Test. Test complete. Hello, and we're starting the stream. Karaher, Jung, guys are over here. Welcome on in. It's time for some Pillars of Eternity, and tonight we're going 3 hours, as I should have gone before. Well, you know, Tuesday, but I didn't. But tonight I have time, and I have a slight headache, but that's gonna be fine. It's not gonna affect anything. Excuse me. Because as long as I'm playing top-down RPGs, I never get a headache. Nope, can't think of any. Minsk, welcome, or Minx. Sorry, I always mix up the sk's and the x's. Welcome to the stream. Good evening to you as well, or God evening. We're in Oddnua, and Archon Tarek, everybody's coming in. Welcome on in. Welcome. Yeah, and we are dealing with what did we kill over here? Well, we killed drakes. Also, the game is very silent, as per usual. Okay. Actually, is it very silent, or do I just have my... No, I have my sound in the correct spot. Okay. It's just very... I lower the volumes just enough to make sure that voice is heard and everything else is okay. Because this game can get very loud in combat. And we got a Zorip. Yeah, we're fighting Zorips and Drakes. The reason why you can't switch sex on dwarves on Arcanum is because you won't notice the difference. It's the beard. It's the beard. No, actually, I don't know, actually. I have just absolutely no idea why that goes like that in Arcanum. Because it's not just the dwarves, it's also the gnomes. And I would like a female gnome in that game. But unfortunately, that's not to be. Can you shut up, Durance? This Durance dude. I mean, he's a nice... No, he's not a nice guy. He's sort of the really grumpy, really inappropriate uncle. Does that guy fire breath? Or have that? Yes, indeed. The answer is yes, indeed. Okay, so everybody except for you gets out of that, and we're gonna attack that worm. With a single hit, we brought it down to injured, so that was pretty good. It's still attacking her. Fortunately, we killed it before the breath arrived at us, even though it had already departed. That's how it works. Let's go into sneak mode again, and moving on. This is going really well, all things considered. And we have ourselves a Wormwing. It's the best. Not. It's just, it's a wing. It's a wing. What do we have? Always sneaking because of secrets and all that sort of stuff. We have a dead Zorip over there. And we have ourselves some Black Sun. This remove the crash. So apparently we crash after that. It says right there, I think, -2 dexterity. Adds perception and defense against ground attack. So this might actually be very good in the future here in this dungeon. This Zorip is lying in a corner of the chamber. Sagani squints at the creature. This one is ill. See how dull the eyes are? She says. It doesn't seem to be reacting to your presence. Okay, let's examine the Zorip. You look at the creature. Look the creature over. There's a strange discoloration on its skin in several places, but you cannot see anything that would inform you of what ails the Zorip. I'm not gonna cut his throat, but I also don't think I can heal him. I know what he has. I know what ails him, but yeah.
Quietly now.
It's actually not very fast. I mean, it's fast on the winching side of things, but it's not that fast. Let's see. So basically, she started already, but while she's moving, she's not reloading. So we got Zorips coming in. Pay attention to what she's gonna do. So she starts now. So yeah, it is fast. This also might go very badly. I was not paying attention to things. Let's not do anything. Let's just attack you. Let's see if everybody back here can attack that, and then we have you attacking these guys, and we have you attacking that guy over there. Let's have you cast some protection over here on everybody, because hopefully that's gonna help us. Durance just finished that ability. She still doesn't have the focus, so we'll be okay. You're unranged. I am gonna keep you ranged, but I'm gonna do some of that. Maybe I shouldn't, actually. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. Vile Thorns. Pierce damage, accuracy, if successful, poison. That actually is good, but unfortunately it's not what I want. Blizzard? Blizzard is what I want. Blizzard is what I want. Do I have line of sight over there? Because that'd be good. Come on. Land those hits. Okay, here Avius finished his attack. Let's do Nature's Vigor. Friendly AoE, maximum endurance, that's not really necessary. Nature's Mark, minus deflection. I want some... Which one is it? Sunbeam, Talon's Reach, Tangled Foot. Wind, is it over here? Autumn's Decay, no. Blizzard, Burst of Flame, Conjure Last Blight, Firebrand, Holds Beast, Insect Swarm. Woodskin, is that friendly AoE? Yes. Yeah! Okay, do it like that. And you still haven't landed a hit. Come on. Come on, 34. Do we have a better one? I do. That guy over there. Go for it. And then everybody else is doing his thing. Durance is not doing anything over here. Let me do... Consecrated Ground is going to help. Welcome to the stream, Brancy. What? Sorry. Frankie. Oh, Frankie. I remember you. Welcome back. Rainer Zufall, welcome on in. The weird mechanic that you can see secrets only by sneaking. It should be, yeah, it should be a really simple check. They are doing that away with that in the second game. Apparently, they're gonna change how it works. But yeah, it is.
I'm here.
It is a weird thing. Okay, so that's kind of working over there. You really are doing a terrible, absolutely awful job. Are you still? Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Durance just finished his ability. I can. Let's see what I can do. The Consecrated Ground, just attack that guy over there. Okay, so she's got this. Okay, what I want to do is I want to get, for example, that Zorip champion. Oh, definitely I want him to join me. Like that. Oh no, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Who is attacking her? A lot of them. So let's move you. Then you, Pelagina, you are not doing good here. I am gonna try... and fall back. Falling back is probably not a good idea. We got skirmishes over here. Let's attack that. She is gonna take... Oh, they're attacking her and me through her. Okay, that's a kill. Then we have you. Where is that? Let's go over there. We probably should be taking this a lot more seriously than we are taking, excuse me, this right now. Let's get a Returning Storm, and then I'll move you in a little bit. Let's also get... Pillar of Faith, because that thing is actually quite powerful, and I enjoy it. Let's see, and then yeah, Velagina is just waiting there. Okay, somehow Selenumba just finished her ability. Let's do Mental Binding, Phantom Foes, definitely, over there. And we need to wait. Hopefully he doesn't die. Duran's finished his ability, so he's landing things. Probably gonna hurt E2 Mac. Let's do this one over there. And you're still casting that thing. Okay, and then you're ready to go. Let me bring you up a little bit so we have a little bit of line of sight. You're still casting your thing? Okay, let's see what happens here. So I can wait and then attack the champion. With everything that I have, Talon's Reach, let's go with that. Let's just cast spells if we can, because we have this one already. Do we? I don't know if we do. He doesn't show over there. Hopefully we do. Okay. Realistic in this game? I don't know. In terms of reload speed? Well, you could... No, it's not. They're not realistic, because even the best crossbows, it takes longer than these ones. But I guess... There's a lot of detail for what a crossbow is, that is more important than just the reload speed. Like, for example, plate penetration, or like drop, like the bolt drop, or the weight of the bolt, for example, or durability. There's a lot of really neat, like very, very detailed things that you can talk about when you're analyzing a weapon that gets completely glossed over in video games, because you don't really analyze that. It doesn't matter. Well, I don't think it does, Karaher. I'm with you there. I don't think it matters how realistic it is, but the thing about realism is that it can be a very, very powerful tool if you're using it for the purpose of allowing your player or whoever to immerse himself in the game. When it comes to realism regarding historical things, like, for example, the height of Merlons, for example, in the battlements of a castle, for example, that's, you know, if you make that realistic, that doesn't really matter unless the player is gonna you know the height and the width and how they're built and all that sort of stuff. So it's more for geeks. It's more real. There's two sorts of realism there, and I think for a crossbow, the fact that you make it realistic or not has more to do with just how much you want your player to learn about history. Some penetration. So it's down to that. I think in a game like this, there's not a whole lot of space to teach about crossbows, but if you're playing a first-person shooter that has crossbows and that sort of stuff, now that's a good opportunity to teach about a crossbow. You maybe can add a simple line or a single line of dialogue, just a single one, not too much. Don't go too much into too much detail. That just says, oh, the crossbow, I like using a crank, or I like using a... There's another way to load a crossbow. Imagine somebody that's really strong, maybe doesn't like the crank as much because it's not as fast as loading it with the there's another way that you can, there's like a thing at the end of the crossbow where you can put your foot, then you pull up the string and then you put the bolt in there, or you just say, or you like in a first-person shooter, the detail of firing a crossbow against a wall, for example, it can be very illusion-breaking. Look up on YouTube, hey iRoller, welcome to the stream. Look up on YouTube crossbow versus whatever, and see what happens. Like if they're shooting against a helmet, for example, or an armor plate, or whatever. Just see what happens, and pick up and look up bows against the same things, and see the differences, because it's very interesting. Because a crossbow bolt, is very light, because it's more about the velocity than it is about the weight that it has behind it. And it's an interesting thing like that. There's a lot of detail that even we don't know right now, because a lot has been lost because we don't use crossbows anymore. Normally, anyway. Over the centuries, mankind has tried many ways of combating the forces of evil. Prayer, fasting, good works, and so on. Up until Doom. No one seemed to have thought about double-barrel shotgun. High Roller has the right of it, though. Hit lead and death demon. Oh, actually, that's from Terry Pratchett. And I have heard of his name, or his name. But I don't know who Terry Pratchett is. I'm sorry. I am gonna cast more things over here. We got Instill Doubt, and that would be good. What does that cast? Dazed. Dazed is good. Keep at it. Get some Dazed in there. Also, Pelagina, you're still fighting that one. You maybe shouldn't. Let's fight this guy. And then you... What is Itumak fighting? That guy over there. Let's get you fighting. That skirmisher right there. Yep, Raynor. That's right. It's just... I've never handled a crossbow. They're interesting... From what I've seen, they're really interesting because they're very simple weapons. So, yeah. I have never read anything from Discworld. No, I should have. I have so many shortcomings in my knowledge. Just I need to read stuff, old school stuff. Just the thing is, there's newer stuff that I like reading as well, or that I would like to read. Actually, that's the thing. And instead of choosing the old stuff that is just gonna be more for sort of recreation and just getting me some context and just into some jokes, some references, I can read the newer stuff that's just more influenced already. So it's always, I'm always more kind of in between the two. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. The Paths Below, a really nasty place. Depends on how you reload the crossbow, though. That it can be really hard. If you're not reloading it with the crank, it's really, really hard. And of course, if it's not a war crossbow, then it is easy. Because war crossbows are really, really heavy. Hiravia's just finished that ability. I'm gonna do Infestation of Maggots. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. That is gonna be really nice over here, because these guys are all gonna die, I think, because that is just a brilliant ability. It's really interesting, actually. Okay, so I got that, which is great. So let's not do much. Let's just keep shooting over there at that champion. Pelagina just has something. Durance finishes ability. Let's get Circle of Protection if I can. Where's Circle of Protection? Over there? Of course. Let's get armor again, because I don't think we have the armor anymore. Well, we have, but we'll not have it for too long. That Hiravia's just finished. I saw that. So that was pretty cool as well. We got Burst of Summer Flame. I suppose these guys are immune to Dragon Breath and Ground. It doesn't show that they're immune to fire. So that's the thing. Autumn's Decay. We've got the Blizzard here. Let's go with Blizzard. It might be a little bit better. Pelagina, what's she doing? I don't know what Pelagina is doing. She does have her AI on. She is frightened right now. Okay, let's attack that guy. Yeah, she wasn't attacking anything. Oh, she was doing that. My bad. My bad. She might die now. That's bad. Oh, well. Okay. A little bit of armor there. Durance just finished his ability. I'm gonna get a little bit of a heal on her, just in case. And hopefully Itumak is not gonna get hit. Actually, he shouldn't by the ability that Pelagina... That champion over there is dead now. Okay. So we can mark you as that. And then have everybody else, except for you and you, attacking that guy. Okay. So Durance just finished his ability, and I'm going to be able to do Holy Power. Oh, yeah. Oh, Holy Power. What is the range on that? It's not very good. Let's get you over there. That's not what I want. Come on. What are you doing? Ah, well. It's going to be too late anyway. Let's just get this guy over here. Pelagina... finished her ability, which is great because it means that I can attack you with great weapon and effective. Lovely. Oh boy, yeah, they're resilient to fire, so that weapon and effective right there is normal. Keep at it. Everybody's not attacking the correct enemies, but we're gonna be okay because these guys are not that big of a deal. The Zorib champions are always gonna be the problem, though. They're really the issue here. So that was a proper fight. That was really nasty. That was really nasty. Oh boy. About that Zorip on fire. The sunbeam blinded dragons in the back. For those things over there, sort of. The Zorip champions are really, really nasty. Are really, really, really nasty. So it's just those were the ones that I was focusing on. I think we might have another. No, we don't. Okay. So now that we are ready to die, let's loot all the place and look at the map, because we're getting out of here pretty soon, because we need to go and sleep. As you can tell, I do not have a lot of sleeping tools. But I will try and do my best. If we find some, that'd be amazing. Unfortunately, I'm really, really injured, and I don't have Brasswick. I think was it Brasswick that had the nice healing thing. Curled against the inside of this broken shell is a tiny white shape. Oh, it's a dragon. I'll get it. But I don't like I'm not gonna use the dragon, the tiny worm. Instead, I'm gonna use. Oh, wait a minute. You're not using that? Why didn't I do that? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh, that's her. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna keep using the spider because it's so tiny. It's so damn tiny. And we have a champion over there. Now, oh, he's moving. It's good to know. Way trickier in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. That's true. Also, who's seeing what? Oh, okay. Yeah, the game was not paused. So I need to get that guy, which is going to be all sorts of awesome. And then I need to get out of there. And of course, he's hastened, and I can set everybody up to attack him. And I can do that. Great. Okay, next, I need this on him immediately. Second, I'm going to do a wounding shot. Is she at front? No. That's a wounding shot right there. And he's hobbled. Perfect.
It's no use.
It is. Just keep at it and shut up. Did I not succeed at that? Now he's blinded and dazed. See, these guys are really bad.
Curse my aim.
They're really, really hard to hit, and they are very powerful, and they do a lot of damage. So definitely really hard guys. Really, really hard combatants. They are Zorips, but don't judge them too harshly because they are small and tiny and weird. High Roller is one of mine. I like spiders as well because they eat mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are awful. Absolutely terrible, and I hate them. Ooh, we have a camping supply over here. Fantastic. We also have a fine club. And who doesn't like a fine club every once in a while? Let's see what we can do with a fine club. Now, you are good with that. You're not going to need a club. You are also not going to need a club, and neither are you. She has a hatchet, so nobody needs a fine club. We're not very into clubbing. But I mean, that's a thing. I don't know what clubbing is. I'm saying words, but don't read too much into that. Okay, we've got a Zorip over there. I suppose I can do this. No, I can't. Don't be stupid. Bring everybody over here. Flamethrower to kill all the insects. Not really sure how effective it would be, though, because flamethrowers are really ineffective.
Quietly now.
Quietly, indeed. They're not very good weapons. They're sort of more of a scare tactic. Well, they were more of a scare tactic. Now, if you want to scare people in war, you have better weapons to scare them with. Okay. So we got a champion and a skirmisher. This might go well. So I will disable the AI. I will enable it. Everybody's out of sneak, and we are attacking with ranged. That guy goes down. So good. Okay, now you switch to melee. This guy might go very badly, but it will go. Oh, okay, that guy. I know what I want to do with you, and I have enough. Unfortunately, I don't have passage. Maybe I can get the champion to join me. Ether is on low health. Okay. I can send you down. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, now that guy's joined me, which means I can fall back again and attack that guy over there. Ether paralyzed, unfortunately. How long? Okay, that's going.
Come on!
Yeah, we really need to kill that thing. We really do need to kill that thing. It's a skirmisher, so it's gonna take a little while because I don't want to have that guy. Okay, good, because now we can focus on there. And oh no, he joined. Oh, come on. Okay, now you can go in. Pelagina, yeah, you're gonna get that guy. Lovely. And now, no, actually, these guys are resistant to fire, so just go with that. Does she get a sort of a head full of? She's a god like myself. So yeah. Is that his? I know High Roller. I know there's a song by Nightwish that I really like. There's a line right there that I really enjoy. It's something like, "It's easier to curse the darkness than light a candle." Or it's the opposite. It's like, it's harder to light a candle than curse the darkness. Or something like that. And I know, songwriters will just use words that are, or, words as in, will use sentences as that are... Pelagina is not really doing much over there. Let me see if I can switch the weapon. She does not have a weapon switch here. No, okay, well, just do that. And yeah, that champion over there is annoying. Let me get him. Okay, he's dead. And now we can all attack that, and we can all daze that. So it might be a line from somebody else, and I just don't know. Which is very possible. I'm not gonna kill the ogre. I'm not gonna be able to kill them without sleeping. So don't worry, Rainer. And I think we fought this.
Dead on.
We won this battle here. Okay. Good. Sneak mode activated. Get all the stuff.
I'd be glad to.
Treasure and that sort of thing. And there's a Zorib champion. Because why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be? And now Ether is in a bad shape. That means I'm going to need to bring him into ranged combat rather than melee. And I'll have Itumak and Pelagina at the front. Is everything okay here? There's a trap. I know. There's somebody or something. Something. Pheromone's Curse. This rolled up piece of parchment is covered in smeared charcoal scrolls. Let me get it down in writing. I knew this was a shit plan from the start. Merrick, gleeful as a toddler, convinced we were going to talk the Zoribs into helping us find or fill our pockets. Help Andras right into a great big pit. More like. And now you've all run off like hares. Meanwhile, we're here up to my armpits in bone and Zorib shit. I hope you all rot here. I hope Merrick trips right off the edge of the world, and Drafton loses what's left of his wits and guts the rest of you. 5 of us left, and you run. Curse each and every one of you, and curse me too for dying here on account of a bunch of meowing pea-spots. Here's for when one of you rotten lizard bastards learns some Aediran. I hope you all fucking choke. Now, what he's talking about right there is something that we're gonna find later. A big hole that we can go down and hopefully not die. There's an interesting armor over here. What is that? It's good. Excuse the burp. It is good. We might want that. We might want that. Maybe not for these guys, but for you. How about for you? No. Maybe for you? I think for you, yes. So there we go. Look at how amazing he looks. Just fancy. He's just fancy. Good stuff. Okay, moving on. So we were over here before. We just have that spot over there, which means we need to take over to that door over there. Just look at the intricate, whatever these are, cobble work, suppose. You can get this in a non-painted game. It's all just, well, actually, painted ground, really. Just all stupid It's all stupid. Okay, so Pelagina needs to be at the front. Ether needs to be at the back. Hey. Itumak is there. Okay. Now, what I can do... Iconic projection. Float target, friendly target. No. Repulsing seal. That'd be interesting. Can I cast it over here? Well, let's see what happens. I can indeed. Okay, so you're gonna cast something else. Burst of Summer Flame. Can you? Not really. Okay, which means I'm gonna take a shot.
Beyond sea.
Okay, everybody please don't move. Let them do their thing, and now we can turn on the AI and attack that guy. That's a champion. Right off the bat, this is, well, this is death. This is death. There's no way for us to win. I'm gonna try and do my best, but... this is not gonna work. Divine Mark. It's a target burn. I need AoEs here. Holy Power. Distilled out. Yeah. Let's do that over there. And let's have you do Burst of Summer Flame. He's not very good at this, though. Right there. And just keep attacking that guy. And actually, let's go for a wounding shot right there. Okay. Sagani finished her ability. Which means that guy is hobbled and wounded. Which is great. I don't know who these guys are attacking. Selenumbra, unfortunately. Which means she might die right now. I'm gonna get it out of there. She is in low health.
My aim.
Yep. That was not very good. She's not burning, is she? No, she doesn't seem to be, so that's better. Yeah, High Roller, I think you're wise in what you're saying. I think you're wise in what you're saying. Yeah, this is more fun under-leveled. These dungeons, and also it makes the rest of the game easier. I know the spots that are really hard in this area, so I can just give up when I know it is too hard. So let's see here, Avius. I just want to keep casting my thing. Tanglefoot, not really gonna be needed. These things are decent. Vile Thorns, does pierce damage. Oh, but that's not how I want that to go. We have Winter Wind. That might actually be very good. So, because we have these guys, so Winter Wind might work. No, it doesn't, because... I would need to get you over there. Just for some... I think I can. Let's find out. Okay, Durance, what are you doing? Casting? Seriously? You still haven't cast that, because you're messing around with positioning. My god. Okay, now you need to attack that. Right there. Then I think we'll be okay. This is not looking too bad. Hiravius.
It's my aim.
Keep going. Okay, pause the game. The game paused on finished ability. Let's see. Barbs of... This does pretty good damage, but I'm gonna keep trying to kill that champion. There's two champions at the front. One of them is prone, though. Which is gonna be all sorts of terrible things, but I'm just gonna keep landing these things. This hopefully will get all of them, and this guy is not gonna be able to attack me. So... Who are you attacking? Oh, he's confused. Good. So you need to attack that guy. You need to kind of engage him there. And we'll wait a little bit until we have... We'll see how things work. Okay, Hyrule, thank you for coming. See you later. Thank you very much for coming. Okay. And Hiravius finished his ability. And Durance just killed the champion over there, so Durance is gonna attack that guy over there. I think everybody... We'll see. We'll see. I also have the flanked... The Recall Agony would be good. Mental Binding. Do I have anything more interesting? Maybe Whispers of Treason. Let's just keep attacking somebody that I can actually hit. Like, for example, that Zorib over there. He's dazed. Easy to hit. Let's go with that. Hiravius, though. Hiravius finished that ability, which means I keep doing that. Hopefully not hitting Itumak. Okay, that's not going too badly. Well, I just lost the game. Because... Can I reload? Thank you. So, yeah, that didn't go well. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. We can do it. I think I can do it. I am gonna stay back, though. I am gonna stay back, especially with you.
Hey.
Hey. So, you get that. You got Itumak and you. And I'll send Itumak in. Get these guys to aggro. And then bring him back. This might be a little bit more manageable. Okay. Let's see what happens. The champion over there is gonna be a nice addition, hopefully. Okay, that's already a Zori champion over there, so I definitely need to sort of vary my hits. Itumak is taking quite a lot of damage, so let's try and well, let's see what happens. I think Pelagina is gonna be able to extend, because I'm more concerned. Yeah, that's nice. Once I get this champion to join me, we'll do plenty of damage. Let's do a wounding shot on that guy. Actually, low endurance on Itumak. Nice. Oh no, no, Pelagina, stupid, you stupid. Oh my god, okay. You need to attack that guy. No, everybody, yeah, everybody attacks that. Except for you, you need to hit somebody that's easy. Like that Zorip over there. Itumak is dead. Come on, just get me the focus. Okay, everybody attacks that. Come on.
Stand together.
Just shoot.
Curses! I'm
Is she
blinder than a
dazed?
Horpox bat.
She's paralyzed. Oh, she's about to die. Because of course she is. These guys are not idiots. Okay. So I can now control that champion. Everybody except for... No, she's paralyzed again. Freaking hell. I hate it. Okay, so everybody attacks that. Good, and then I have these to control you. Come on, just do your thing. Is she paralyzed again or something? Cell number finished their ability. Doesn't seem to have worked. Or something. Did he die or something? Nope, that champion is definitely ours. Yeah, this is going better. This is definitely going better. Laquifa, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. Let me try and do something else. I am having trouble with the Paths of Onua. This is really hard stuff because we're not very high level. Thanksgiving, I think Canadians have that. Zero that. Right. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have Thanksgiving here, but thank you. Thank you very much. Overdosing on everything. Oh, if you haven't had dessert, you haven't overdosed yet. So, let's get this guy, because these are so hard to hit. Weapon ineffective for Sagani, that's fine. Actually, that is not fine. You can do that one. And Selenumber just finished her ability. She's reloading. And she survived. We are going to need to sleep right now. Well, maybe we're not. These guys do have a lot of damage resistance. And as long as we keep them away from Selenumbro, we'll be okay. Let's try and daze you again. Good. He has zealous endurance. And with my intelligence, that blinded and dazed lasts for a long, long time. And off with him. Completely destroyed. That's how I like to see things. Okay. Well, things that I don't like. A bunch of loot. Nice. And I will sneak and probably take on these guys without sleeping again. I think it's okay. We still have some health. We can do this. We can do this for sure. Oh yeah, Laquifa. I also sucked pretty badly on the combat. If you want some quick tips, learn how to prioritize accuracy over damage. If you want to, of course. Learn how to use each character to their best effectiveness, especially regarding the characters that you start from early game. Like, for example, Ether. You need to look at his stats over here and see what he's all about. So he's mostly about damage. He's a very good damage dealer because you see a lot of might and a lot of constitution. He's of course a fighter, so you want him at the front line. But he's not going to be much of a defense because look at that. Even though he's very good at defense, mind you, if you want to get a better fighter, you can another person to defend, somebody maybe with a shield or just to actually tank. In my team, he's doing that because I don't have anybody else. But, you know, learn how these things affect everything, and then from here, I think everything gets better. Yes. Also, another aspect of this game that it took me a full Let's Play to realize is that you shouldn't choose what weapon you're going to use. Don't choose that. It doesn't matter. You can go for a while without actually having any weapon specializations. It's fine. It's just extra 6 accuracy. It's not that much. Well, it is a little bit, but still. The most important aspect is that you're using the correct weapons against the correct enemies. For the most part, you're gonna have just a mixture of weapons in your team, and that's important to have as well. You don't just go wall piercing or not, because otherwise you're gonna need to switch weapons a lot. But after a little while, you're gonna need to specialize weapons against certain enemies. Like if an enemy is very good against slashing, for example. Oh, the next time we have food topics on chat. Yeah, accuracy is very important. I'll show you in a little bit, but it works for everything as well. So even spellcasters need accuracy, which is something that actually Selanumbra over here doesn't have much of, and she is paying that. But I'll show you. It's all you need, really, to do damage, because the more it's such a big difference. It's such a big difference. Let me get you to attack that guy. Look at that, for example. You see that 41%? That's the chance, I think, for a miss. Is it the chance for a miss? Let's see. Oh, that's not it. So, let's go into journal. Into Cyclopedia tips. Combat mechanics, accuracy. Because you need to also understand what a hit, a crit, and graze and a miss. So I think that is the chance for a graze. No, that's a chance to hit. I don't know. So see, I don't even know that, but you need to look at that number over there, because that is important. And then over here, they're attacking Durance, and I think we'll be okay. So of course we have these worms back here. But even on casting spells, like for example right there, 81%, you see that? 81, and it shows what kind of resistance that is. That's what shows, that symbol over there is deflection. So you can tell what you're going up against. So for example over here, we're going against toughness, which there are 4 types of defense. So we had, you see up there on the upper left corner of the screen, the first one is deflection, which is just normal one, just straight attack. We have toughness, which is this actually toughness? No, this is this is toughness. Interesting that it's toughness because it's the head. So you can, it's some of that is like sort of against poison, against that sort of stuff. Then you have the reflex, which is against AoE attacks. And then you have will, which is against spells, generally speaking. I will want to save my focus though here, but that's just one of the many things that you need to pay attention to. I'm also gonna bring my armor class up. Buffs are absolutely indispensable. Absolutely indispensable. You need to learn your buffs in this game. I also want to do this. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of positioning here for me to do that without hitting Pelagina. So that might be a little bit of a problem. Let's see if I have another one over here. Like, for example, Sunbeam. At those guys, because the sooner we get these guys, the sooner we can go against them. Because these guys are actually very easy to kill on melee, but we'll see how that goes. So you already have that, and then Puppet Master, I'm gonna use that. Try to anyway. These guys are not attacking me yet, which is great. I don't really have a... We got a priest over there. I think the priest... Oh, which means... Okay, so I'm gonna need to fall back, and I'm also gonna need to stop that attack, because that is gonna hit the priest, and I don't want to. Selanumbra just finished her ability. That priest is now entangled. They're attacking him as well. Durance finished his ability as well, just gotta heal. Let's do wound binding. Well, while he's staying over there, actually I might want to do some buff for his defense. Holy power, resolve, and might. What does the resolve do? Increases deflection and concentration. Let's go with that. Holy power then. And hopefully he's not gonna die. So that's a little bit of defense on him, and I get the second wind right off that bat. Yeah. So that's another thing. Another big help that you're gonna want to have is the auto pause configured to your choice. So if you're playing on maximum difficulty, which just so happens that I am, you're also gonna want to have auto pause pretty much on anything, but particularly on finishing abilities, because that's helped me a lot. That's just basically queuing the abilities one after the other. That's really important. It was important in Baldur's Gate. It's important in this game as well. Yes, Rainer Zufall has the right of it. So basically, we have those 4 types of hits. The game does explain that. There's a sort of a tutorial thing. Normal is pretty doable in normal. You'll find you'll probably be able to kill everything in normal. On hard, it's kind of tricky without understanding everything. But if you understand everything, you can do it on hard, and it's gonna be fun. On maximum difficulty, you're gonna need to have patience, basically, which is what I'm doing right now. To answer your question, do they explain all this in game menus? Yes, they have. They have tutorial pop-ups in the game, but you have all of these over here. And if you just read things, after a little while, you're not gonna need much. But when you're creating your character, the game already tells you a lot of this stuff. Character creation actually takes a long while. If you wanna, it does take a long while, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. All the times that I did character creation. Did I mean fortitude instead of toughness? Thank you very much, Rainer. That's the one. I don't know if there's any modding. I don't think there's a whole lot of modding, though. And welcome to the stream as well, Phantom Tribal. And Harry, welcome to the stream. How's it going? And you're late to the party, yes. Yeah, normal at starting out is pretty good. I think that's good. I hope they are going to improve the system, the combat system, yes, but also the specifically the character system. I hope they improve it for that fire. And if that's the case, they're probably gonna streamline it, which I think is gonna be a good thing. Although it's kind of sad, but especially now that I'm understanding this. But especially for the skills, I think the game should have a lot more skills and just be more skill based. But this is not that sort of game. I don't know why they did this. I think it is basically this character system is stat based rather than skill based. Much like you'd guess. I guess you'd see. Stat based systems. There's not a whole lot of stat-based systems. I wonder. The thing is, I think they did that because they created a character system in pen and paper first. So it's an easy system to roleplay, actually. It seems pretty straightforward on the dice rolls. You just have numbers. You add that and you roll your dice. It's not very difficult. But I wish there was a little bit more complexity to it. It's just something I'm a fan of, really. Okay, so moving on. Endurance, low endurance. He is gonna be okay. No, he's dead. Because he didn't do his healing. That's what he needed. He just needed healing. He just needed stupid healing.
Yeah?
Yeah, do the blizzard after my guys go in there. Okay, Ether really cannot be here, because Ether will die. Unlike Durance. What the? Like, what is going on with Ether? Did you see that? Okay, Ether, just don't come over here, ever.
Yes.
These guys are easy on melee. It's not a problem. Weapon ineffective, that's fine. We're pushing it. I mean, I was pushing this. It's fine. We're gonna sleep anyway. So that was a free combat. So I hope that kind of... That's pretty much the state I'm at right now in terms of learning the combat system because I am playing on maximum difficulty because I am trying to learn the combat system as well. So that's pretty much the state I'm at. There's a few other things here and there that you kind of can optimize. Heavy armor, medium armor, and light armor? Yes. You can learn how to wear armor, but it's really not a skill. It's not really a skill. Come on. Come on, that's just a weird thing. That's done. I think that's done to balance. Just to balance characters and just have sort of a class system in games that don't have class systems. Even though Dungeons and Dragons has that. Which makes total sense, of course. Because it's Dungeons and Dragons. Why wouldn't it make sense? Don't sue me! They won't. They don't sue people. Armor should be tied to strength and other attributes. Exactly. The thing about wearing armor, in a fight, it's easy to learn, but it still requires learning. In a fight, when you have, for example, you're in a sword fight, for example, if you have a certain type of armor, like for example, if you have plate mail, you are gonna fight differently than you're gonna fight if you have, let's say, a gambeson, for example. So basically, a plate mail, a sword won't get through it. You just can't put a sword through a plate mail. But a plate mail, unless it's just one of those really, really very advanced ones that are almost impossible to find, and also we barely have any, that just cover your entire body, and those are that you can't do anything against those. A sword, the only way to get through a plate mail would be at the joints. And even at the joints, you're going to have gambeson underneath, and you're going to have most likely mail as well, just added to the plate mail. But the thing is, you're going to change the way you fight with a sword, or against the sword, I should say. It's against the thing that you're fighting. Because you're just not, if somebody's doing a slashing cut against you, you don't care. You go right at them, right at the enemy. If somebody's fighting more defensively, though, and just trying to jab you with the tip of their sword, then you're going to change your style, because you need to know what your defense is going to be. But you're fighting with a gambeson, for example. A gambeson is very, very good against hacking attacks, and against slashing attacks, but not so good against piercing. Even though, depends on the gambeson as well. A gambeson, basically, it's not leather armor. It's made of linen, but still. But it does change the way you fight. It's just you need to understand how your armor works, and you need to take advantage of it. But it's not a skill. It's so little that you just, okay, be careful about this, and then after an hour of training, you're going to know that to the best of your ability. So it's kind of, the armor skills are a little bit weird. It's there, and they're only there, as I said, for gameplay reasons. Or game balancing reasons. Being skilled at wearing denim jeans, yeah, that'd be probably in games like 7 Days to Die or something like that. Oh, you didn't finish Laquifa? Oh, you're in for a treat. I really enjoyed the end of the main quest, and I think apparently I've missed the point of the expansion, so I'm also looking forward to the expansion. Even though it was an easy story to understand, I apparently didn't. But the bit that I did understand, I did. So the bit that I played and saw, I think I understood. Do I have masochistic tendencies? Not really. No. I don't think so. I mean, I think I'm normal in that regard. Yeah. A samurai. The thing about the samurai, Jung, is that a samurai will beat a knight in full plate armor. Well, actually, at any point in history, if you have the earliest samurais, like in 10th century samurai, and against a full plate armor knight of the 17th century, for example, a samurai will beat the knight, because the katana, as a lot of you might know, is the best sword that exists. So the katana can cut through anything, including lightsabers, because the metal it's actually 3 types of metal, and one of them is just the hardest metal there is, and then the other one is the softest metal there is. So the katana is the best sword that will cut through everything. So it will kill a samurai, will kill anything, absolutely anything. Yes, Jung knows this stuff. Jung is He knows. Yeah, the Laquifa, this fantasy setting is actually phenomenal, just in the sort of depth that it is. The problem with the setting is that it's not, or the problem with the game actually, is that it's really hard for you to understand everything right at the beginning. So if you have an understanding of stuff specifically about Waidwen's legacy, about who the gods are, and about what how the souls work with the game, then you have a much easier time getting into the setting. And that's what I've been trying to do in these streams, is just explaining as we get every dialogue, is just explaining what's going on inside, sort of trying to patch the clarity holes that the dialogue has, because there's a lot of, like, for example, we talked to Merwold, and he has these, I mean, our character understands what he means, but it's really hard for us as players to understand, or for me anyway, to understand what he means. So it's kind of, why am I saying this stuff? But so basically, there's a lot of, the dialogue is not clear in a lot of aspects, and it's better suited for people who know the setting already, and that's, I think, a shortcoming of this game. But the depth that this setting has is very, very, very good. I really enjoy that. I mean, it's not the deepest setting ever. Like, you probably need to go into, like, real long-standing franchises for that, and franchises with books in them. So, sort of like the Elder Scrolls, you're probably going to find a lot of depth there, because the books and just add so much stuff. But, yeah, getting into this setting is really fun. I'm going to pause the game there, because my guys get tired. I really hope that as well, Phantom Tribal. I really hope Pillars of Eternity 2 is going to be a very big improvement. I am honest, I've said this many times, and I'm honest about something that I might regret later. I'm really looking forward to a couple of sequels in a way that I've never looked forward to any sequels since I learned what sequels are. And those two sequels will be Wasteland 3 and Pillars of Eternity 2, because I'm just expecting them to be better, just more focused, better all around, and not nonsensical things like, look at what we've changed, look at the things you can't do anymore. So I'm really looking forward to that, to those two games, because specifically to Wasteland 3 actually, because it's turn-based, even though my favorite of Wasteland 2 and Pillars of Eternity is still Pillars of Eternity. Even though Wasteland 2 is pretty awesome, it's just got, still with the director's cut, it's still not the best game it could be, or it should be. But I'm looking forward to those, because early in my gaming life, right around when I was 14 or 15, when I started looking forward to sequels and games and all that, I just learned quickly that, oh, look, this is the new one, and I go and play it, and it sucks, because it's not the thing that you would expect from playing the first game. Like, you just want more of it, and you don't get more of it. The only one that you really get more of it, I guess, would be Knights of the Old Republic 2. When I played Knights of the Old Republic 2, I was just mind blown forever, because it's just such a great game as well. But that's the sort of sequel that I want. It's still basically the same systems, it adds to that, it just makes it better, it's familiar, and it's better, and that's what I want. That's what I want sequels to be, and I don't want reinventions, I don't want dumbed downs, I want more, and more. And I want, especially because I think early on in gaming, it was like that, where you wouldn't play Ultima 7 right away. You'd play Ultima 6 before, Ultima 5 even, because, you know, I want to play Ultima 7, let's get the other games first, and that's why the sequels were like they were. These days, it's not. It's just, oh, you're gonna play Assassin's Creed 5, doesn't matter, you don't need to play the other ones. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I was joking, Rainer. I was joking. It wouldn't cut. Katana is terrible at cutting. A katana is really not a good weapon for cutting. But it's just, the katana is not a good sword at all, because it's not specialized. If you want a all-around sword, it's okay, it's pretty good, but it's not specialized. So a better sword that you would have ever is a specialized sword, like a rapier, for example, or a tulwar, or actually that would be, what is a tulwar? Scimitar? Is it? Anyway, a sort of a cutting weapon, or a longsword, for example, because that's also specialized in a different way, though. So moving on with your comments, sorry. Also, katanas, just to clarify on the katanas weren't used. They were sidearms. They were not main weapons. They were not battlefield weapons because they weren't good. What were battlefield weapons? Spears. Spears were battlefield weapons because they are specialized and you can use them to great effect and not get killed, which is important because you're far away from the enemy. I know, Jung. I know I got you worried for a second. I was doing it on purpose. Yeah, they don't dumb down their games, and I am very thankful for that. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. You guys, Carahur is asking, Wasteland 3 is confirmed. Yes, it's confirmed. It was funded last year, and it is confirmed. But just to say, you guys should be on the lookout for more information regarding the next Obsidian game, because Tim Kaine and Leo Boyarsky, which are both at Obsidian, and if you don't know them, you should. But those two guys are working on a secret project that has not been announced yet. It might get announced later this month. I really doubt it will, but I've heard tales of a new game that might be released. It's apparently AAA, and from what we can tell, well, from what I can tell, really, from interviews that we have been given by Obsidian and by Leo Boyarsky and Tim Kaine, it's going to be a third-person shooter action game. So kind of a, I would like turn-based, but it's still them. So let's see what happens. So that's what I mean about Obsidian. Don't put your hopes too much if you just like the sort of game that Pillars of Eternity is, because they do all sorts of stuff. Remember Dungeon Siege 3. Remember Alpha Protocol. Yes. Oh, I have never played Redguard Phantom Tribal, so I wouldn't know. Oh, the next Fallout game for... it's just whatever. They will never, Laquifa. Bethesda will never let up and let Obsidian take over their games because they don't like Obsidian. The relationship between the two companies is not very good. Unless, of course, they just look at it differently. 2019 for Wasteland 3. Man. Bethesda will milk Skyrim. I don't think they can milk it for very long. I mean, they're milking it with the VR thing right now. It just works, apparently. So, that's a good thing. We got burps. I don't know if In Exile is in very good things. Apparently, they're... I don't know. I don't know about In Exile. I think maybe they have straightened their act with after the Torment game, because they are very unoptimized in terms of direction and all that sort of. They were anyway, and it showed. Not in the game so much, but in the delays of Ties of Numenera. Zenishat. I've never heard that name. Why do all these people... Oh, Harry, is Harry's leaving? Sorry, Harry. Is Harry leaving? Oh, no, yeah, about In Exile. Well, In Exile lost a lot of people already. People just keep moving. You can't... It's about... A company will make good games. I think... Maybe not, but I think Witcher 3 showed me that I was wrong in having that sort of... What Laquifa is saying, that sort of attitude... After I saw what Witcher 2 was, after I saw all the people leave that made Witcher 1, I think Witcher 3 showed me that a company will still make a good game, even with all the people leave. And you gotta think about Fallout 2 as well, because it is the game it is, and they left. It was just half done with the people that made Fallout 1. Poop on a stick. Oh, Skyrim didn't have spears because the animations were weird. They didn't want to have animations. And also, I believe it also didn't have spears, I think. Pillars of Eternity VR. Necking with Aloth. Is necking the right word? I don't know. Chris Parker? I know that name. I don't know who he is. Oh, Bethesda has touched the first two games already. They have their version with their logo. Ugh! That's sacrilege. That is absolute sacrilege. I can't stand that, to be honest. But let's sleep. Let's move on with the game. We're still not leveled up, so we can't get the damage versus flanked or the damage reduction or just generally good things. But we're now going to fight a really nasty battle, if I remember correctly. And also I'll get everybody to have the correct weapons. Yes, you are. This is going to be interesting because we got Zorip skirmishers. And we have a huge hole with a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood. And these guys don't care about my sneak, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah. There's the high priest, basically. And all the Zorips around. The high priest suddenly raises the staff above his head, shrieking with renewed vigor. He swings the staff downward to point it at the pit and then at you. He's saying that we all should go down there. Oh, why are you doing this? Oh, no. That's not ideal. Move back. Disable AI. Get back. Get back. Good. Enable AI. Attack and kill. Okay, so I'm going to try and kill that skirmisher except for Pelagina. She's going to stay over here, and I'm going to try and get you over here so I can attack that guy. That's good. Next up, I'm going to need flanked, so I'm going to need to hit these guys properly. Also, I'm going to have armor for everybody right off the bat. I think you can actually change your weapon. Oh, that's good. Attack that guy. Sure. Zorip, let's see what they do. You just need to let the game play itself, because that's what it does. And now we have some good stuff to attack these guys over here. There's a lot of AoE potential back there. And we have Pillar of Faith. This does crust damage, and I got Prayer Against Restraint, Warding Seal, Hazard AoE. That's pretty good damage. What is that thing? Watchful Presence. No, that's terrible. Oh my god, this guy does not have... Oh, no, that's good. What's that one for? This one is Prayer Against Restraint. Oh, of course that's good. Shut up. What about that one? It's not very good. I need one to be right there. What do we have? Despondent Blows. Minus melee accuracy, and that's really nice, actually. Circle of Protection. That doesn't last for very long, so I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to go with Pillars of Faith. But that's the thing. Durance is not really for damaging, so I need to just do things properly. Oh, remaking the first... Well, actually, I think if they... I mean, I think you can remake Fallout 1 and 2. I think anybody can. They just need to know what Fallout 1 and 2 was meant to be. And it's just simple as that. Anybody can remake those games, as long as they have the money. They just need to know what they are meant to be, and that's all fine. And if you don't know what Fallout 1 was meant to be, was a recreation, a faithful recreation of the experience you get when you play pen and paper role-playing games. On, of course, a post-apocalyptic, nuclear sort of setting. So that's that. Yeah, I was considering getting them over there, but maybe that's better. Maybe over here is better. If I die, we'll see. We'll see. You know what? What? Oh, I shouldn't say things. I shouldn't say things. Bethesda doesn't listen, right? Bethesda, shoo, shoo. Todd, I know you're hearing. I don't want you hearing me because I'm about to say an idea for a game. Go away. I think they're gone. Pete Hines is still listening, but he's got it on mute. I think he's picking up a call. Okay, you know what would be really terrible? If Bethesda gave their points away or whatever, their franchise, to the Total War guys from Creative Assembly. Creative Assembly Fallout Total War. Now that would be a sham. Now that would be a sham. I actually like the Total War games, but, well, more or less. But that would be terrible. Now you can come back, Todd. It's fine. He doesn't listen. Doesn't hear me anymore. Pete, are you? Did you stop the call? He probably hasn't. Yeah, he's gonna tell Todd to come back. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully they didn't hear that because you never know. You never know. I would hate to see that in the future. Actually, I'm saying that I'm kind of tempting fate. You know how that would be terrible. Anyway, let's move on. Spreading Plague. That doesn't do damage. This one, though, let's see. So, periodical, random... Okay, that's nice, but I need... Like, there's so many of them that I really need to go... Oh, that's... Oh, that's... Oh my god. What is that? Twin stones. Yeah, you don't say. You don't say. Oh, no, wait a minute. This is nice. So, this hits... What is that? What does that... What? Foe target. And then foe AoE. I have not used this before. So let's use this. That's... Oh, that's... Yeah, foe target. So if I do it like this... Yeah, let's go with those balls. Jet and Cycle for massive armies, yes. Yeah, probably thought Howard is no longer very involved with the day-to-day things. I mean, if I were him, I would not be doing any more shit. I would just be... Nope, I have gained my money. I am famous, bitches. I'm gonna... Just whatever. I'm just gonna check. Just racking the checks and it's all fine. I don't care. Three times against the Mirror Young? Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of damage there. And I want... Let's see, we got Skirmisher. So we're not really at the worst part of the battle. So let's not mess too much with that sort of damage. Let's go with Barbs of Condemnation and try to condemn these guys. Oh, wait a minute, that's not... Is that not an AoE? No, it's a target. Shut up, I don't need none of that. So, do I not have... He doesn't really have any damage, does he? Yeah, he doesn't. So that's him. Yeah, let's attack the Skirmisher. See how things go.
What?
Let the game play itself. Keep an eye on the health. That's mostly how it goes. Ether is taking damage. He is just being healed. Why is the game not auto-pausing? Oh, because he still hasn't done his thing. I have my thing right there, which means I can do Phantom Foes. This is really powerful, really, really powerful ability. And he's still casting his thing because he's got very heavy armor, which means it just takes longer for him to cast his things. I'm also going to cast High Strike, so... Oh, that's going to be lovely. And Celanumber just finished his ability. He's still casting his balls. Oh my god. Just get on with it. Just throw the balls in. He's not doing that. For whatever reason. I don't think he can. I don't understand why. Okay. I have a secret plan.
I'm here.
I don't understand what he's trying to... He's not... Oh. You stupid thing. Well, I have a plan here, which is to use the decaying thing that I have. Dire Blessing. There's a thing. Who has that? It's him, isn't he? Oh boy. It's him. It's Heravius. Yeah, it's the infestation of maggots. That's gonna kill... No, it's not. Well, Heravius... Yeah, let's just kill these guys. No balls today. No balls. Okay, let's get you to join me. Of course, they're attacking her. That's a join, and that's a get out of there. Itumak is on low endurance. I can bring him out of there. He's paralyzed, though. Let's see if I can kill these guys. Itumak is down.
Hard dead on. To move.
You're paralyzed. What is that? A skirmisher. Okay. Infestation of maggots. That's not gonna work. You can do something very good over here and try to get this guy to join you. What was the chance of that? 64. That's pretty good. She's paralyzed, though, so that's gonna be really nasty. She's kind of fast on that. Let's do a blizzard. Unfortunately, that does not work as I want it to. Celenumbra, low endurance. Let's hope that that works. It did work. Did it? Send over features that ability. It did. It did. Okay. So everybody attacks that guy because this is back of the line stuff. And you are gonna attack over there. No, you attack over there and you attack over here. Because that high priest needs to go. You're gonna get that. Yeah, he's gonna die. Because he's very slow on that. He's also prone and probably paralyzed pretty soon. I can do this, which I should have done before. Okay, moving on. Okay, I also have another one of these. That's a skirmisher. Let's get that skirmisher to join us. Because I think I can do that. Man. It just works, guys. Okay, so that's a... Oh, that's gonna be bad. Everybody needs to sacrifice everything and just kill this skirmisher over here. Because that is going badly over here. She's paralyzed, isn't she? For very long. These guys just... They have a paralyzing attack that is just infuriating. She's prone in... Oh my god. Well, she can take... that... But I got healings. That is just annoying. She at least now has a shield. Come on, just kill him already. That's a kill. Okay, move back and get out of there. So we have a priest. Kill the priest. The skirmisher is going to be a problem as well. But okay, you are in deep, deep doo-doo. I can heal you again. Heal him right there.
Need some?
Okay, that's good. And that's a kill. It sounded like a kill, or felt like it. And I'm gonna try and get you out of there, because you're taking a lot of range damage from those dragons. Okay. And I'm gonna try and get you hobbled and blinded. So that definitely works. Not for too long, though. Okay, you're gonna need that. You can't do much else there. Either just get yourself some healing, man. And now we have the worms, which is the easiest bit. Because they go down very fast. For whatever reason. It's their deflection, really. 44 is actually a fairly decent... a decently accessible deflection. They're easy creatures to kill. I actually tend to kill them from afar, just sort of with rangers. But I am not doing that because even though they do a lot of damage... Turn back! Turn back. No, I don't turn back. There is only death upon the endless path, says that person. I know there's only death. But I can reload. No, they're gone. Well, we're not going over there, because that's a bad idea. We can, but we're not gonna. Probably in a separate container like a lich. Oh, boy. You guys. Examine the pit and just leave. Because at least we know that pit is there. Look at that! We did this level. Sort of. Sort of. Let's look at the construction. Because we are waiting still. What am I building? 1 day and 5 hours. It's not bad. Because we need to go to Gilded Valley. Oh, dang it. I forgot to sneak. I forgot to sneak. We shall go there. Thank you very much, Rainer. You are good at this, man. You know everything. You just know everything. Oh, and I didn't get that body. Are they gonna spot it themselves? Of course not. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh-wee, oh-wee. Mm-hmm. Sounds like I'm imitating the sound of a siren or something. Okay, what about this rapier? So she actually has the only... Let's see what this is. +5 accuracy, 1 enemy is engaged. That's nice. That's nice. Might be better than a fine sword. I just don't think he likes the fine sword. So let's see if I gave him a thing. Weapon specialization for a knight. Battle axe, sword, morning star, and crossbow. So if I want accuracy, I shouldn't give him that. So there we go. Also, we have these. That's nice to have. Sort of. What is this? Fine hide armor. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Oh, she looks really nice. Look at her. I really like that. That is what is known as a gambeson, although it's a little bit weird. But whereas this one wouldn't be a gambeson, it's just sort of a robe. Doesn't actually give much in the way of freedom of movement and stuff like that. Durance, what do you have? We just have those robes, you guys. It's fine by me. You guys don't get hit all that often, so it's totally fine. Okay, moving on. Because we still have another fight, at least. Another one, because we have this space over here. Now, what manner of terrible things is there? Yeah, I guess it's anyone's guess.
Quietly now.
Quietly indeed. Let's see if I have leveling. I don't think I gain experience from killing things. Let me see. I did. Bestiary progress. I gained very little for killing the worms. I don't know exactly how it works. You guys know? Oh, sorry. Pressed the window key.
I'm here.
Good. That worm over there, go away. I'm good at sneaking, so it's not a big deal. What do we have? Come here. No, get spotted. That's the word. Okay. Okay, that worm is gonna attack me. Okay, and we're all gonna attack that except for... Oh no, we're all gonna attack that. And of course, E2Mac. E2Mac is really good at sneaking. I might want to use that in the future. See? That's easy.
Sound.
These guys are easy. Put that over there. Now for some penetration with the rapier. Indeed. Indeed. I think I was having... I don't know if I was on camera or not, but I was talking with Bumpy McSquigums about a rapier, and he said the blade of the rapier. And I said, a rapier doesn't have a blade. What I was thinking of, actually, was not solely, but more kind of what's known as a saber. I think it's known as a saber. Is it known as a saber, the thing that you have in fencing? In not historical fencing, the one that you do in the Olympic Games. Truglia, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going, man? And those rapiers do not have a blade, of course, because they're not meant to cut. They're only meant to... Well, they don't also have a piercing tip, but still. Historical rapiers sometimes have blades. Sometimes they don't, but they can have blades. Not all the time, though. Not all the time. So, I don't think it's a cutting blade, even if they have... Because you wouldn't need a rapier to cut. You just can't cut with those things. I mean, you can do some flesh wounds. It's not... I mean, it's not a cutting weapon. It's not called a saber? Okay. It should be called a rapier. Because that's what they are. But you never know with, you know, adaptations of historical things. Now that's something. I think we should be over there. Oh, yeah, we should be over there. Let's try that again. By pressing the right key.
Over here.
No, you're not. You shut up. Yeah, we need to be much closer. That's gonna be a tricky fight over here. Épée? That's just sword in French. Did the French really take over fencing that much that they're just called? I mean, then again, a lot of the swords, historical swords, are called just the name in their native language, like the spada, for example, which just means sword. Or actually, it doesn't. Spada doesn't mean sword. It came to mean sword in Italian. I think it is still, but in Latin anyway. But gladius, actually, or gladius, or gladius, depending on how you want to pronounce it, That would be how sword was called. Okay, so here they come, and we can attack you. We're gonna turn that on. We're also gonna give a little bit. How long does that last? 37 points. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get that over there. Okay, so this is looking good, especially now because I can do secret horrors. Oh yes, I can do secret horrors. That doesn't hurt my guys, does it? Kind of looks like it does, but let's do that. Everybody's gonna be completely afraid. Durance just finished his ability. I'm gonna get a blessing for extra accuracy. That'd be pretty good. Let's go with that. Let's see when I finish my ability. I think I just did. So these guys are gonna be running. They're all frightened. No, actually they're not, because frightened doesn't do that. So I'm gonna fall back with her, because otherwise she just gets hit a lot. You have you done your thing? Yeah, holy power. No, you know what? Let's go with holy meditation. Just extra concentration here. Is prone. Yeah, Atomike is prone. Let's do that. Because that's just gonna help us. Let's take you out of there and let's attack that. Except for you, you can attack that. Because now they're all frightened, except for that guy. Hirabas finished his ability. I can cast blizzards in there, which is what I'm gonna do. These guys are frightened for so long. That's so powerful. That ability is gonna carry me through the game on these battles. Of course, if I can make it happen. So Hiravius just finished that, which means that we're all attacking that over there. They're still frightened. Yes. I am gonna prepare another one though, because I can. And of course I need to sort of get myself into position. It's fine. Hiravius, get another blizzard in there. They're all weird because they're all scared. Okay, Selenumbra just finished her ability. I'm gonna fall back with her. And Hiravius, you're gonna do the maggot things. Those guys are all injured.
Curse my aid.
No, it's all good. Die! Actually, it's not good. Let me do another one of these, because these guys are the whole Armor of Faith is going away. Hiravius just finished his ability, which is great. I'm gonna get another blizzard in there. That's another kill. Durance just finished his ability. I'm gonna get a little bit of a heal on her. She's getting a little bit upset with things. Yeah, we're definitely getting in there. This is really good. That champion is going down. Durance finished his ability, so let's go. I'm gonna do another thing before I do. Can I please? Yes, I can. Let's do that. She can see things from there, which is great. Selenumbra finished that ability, so let's fall back and attack that. Okay, that's just a kill. Just then. Die! Yeah, hopefully. That skirmisher can wait. Pelagina. You can do the... Is she at the front? Where is she? No, she's at the back. That's actually kind of bad. That's really bad. She can't attack, which means Ether needs to flee. I have a thing for that, but unfortunately, I don't know if I can cast it. Repulsing Seal, Suppress Affliction. Withdraw, that's the one. So let's do that. And I'm gonna need to get Ether out of there, because otherwise this is just not gonna go well. Let's get another blizzard in there, if I can. Durance just finished his ability, can continue shooting. I think I also need to kill the priest. Okay, you can't do anything. Let's kill the priest. He's got a holy power, and you need to do that. Okay, the other guy's down. Can you move without... Yeah, that disengage still worked.
Kind of stuck over here.
Oh no, that's bad. Oh, Ether. Get out of there. Get out of there. Everybody attacks that. Can I disable this? I can indeed. Trap triggered. Oh, freaking hell! Yeah, the saber is a cutting blade. I know. Oh, freaking hell, that was going so well. But that ability is really powerful. That scary thing. That is really good. It was all because of the trap trigger. That was so stupid. That was so freaking stupid. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in there and disable the trap. I shouldn't. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. That was going well. A good stabbing blade. A gladius is not a very good... It's not a good stabbing blade at all. A good stabbing blade is a dagger. That's that. Just if you want to stab, you need to get a stabber. It's a dagger. It's just nothing else. I mean, other things will do, but a rapier is the best if you want a sword. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna need a little... Oh, that's a champion, so I can't attack that properly. Let's attack that skirmisher over there. Can't you attack over there instead? Yes. Which means we can do this. And I can do that
I'm ready.
on the skirmisher. So I'm gonna need to reload. Oh, Armor of Faith. Let's not forget about this. Okay, now I can do the scary thing. That's gonna affect everybody. Okay, Duran's finished with his ability. I'm just gonna keep at it. Okay, and then I can get you to cast a couple of blizzards in there. It's gonna work. It's gonna take a little while as well, but it's gonna work. I shouldn't get him to use such heavy weapons. Pelagina, weapon ineffective, whatever. Okay, he finished his blizzard. Get a few more. Iravius got another one. Just keep going, and then you're gonna go with a Maggot Infestation, because that is just very good. Okay. Now we can get a Puppet Master on the High Priest. No, we can't. Let's do Phantom Foes. That's also pretty good. These guys are gonna get out of there frightened in not too long. In a little bit too long, so that's kind of good. Okay, you're doing... get another Blizzard in there. Okay, Itumak really doesn't know what he's doing. I don't really understand that. Hiravius just finished his ability. Okay, so Maggot Infestation now.
Need something?
I think we killed a few guys.
Leparu, Leon.
Okay, you really need that. Actually, you don't. You need that over there. And I'm gonna get this one over here. And then I can heal her for a little bit. So Hiravius finished his ability again. So I can do another Maggot Infestation in there. Because that is just gonna kill people. Duran's finished his ability. I can keep getting the armor in there. Hopefully. He's got a champion at the front. Hiravius finishes his ability. Which means now that we have... Well, I need to kill the skirmisher over there because it's kind of annoying. Duran finishes his ability. So everybody attacks that except for the front lines that are gonna attack here. Ether is kind of not doing much. I can now cast another frightful thing over here. That's actually not what I wanted. I'm gonna go with that.
That's for
Oh, trap triggered. Pelagina is down.
friends.
Come on. Okay, trap is gone. Into Mac low endurance. Get that. Get healing on him if you can. Can you? Yeah, you can. Okay, so we need to kill the High Priest next. I'm gonna try and daze him. These guys are flanked and frightened and all sorts of stuff, so that's gonna go well. And we have Ether at the front. That guy is not dazed. That did not work. Basically, that missed. And Itamak is down. Oh, freaking hell. Okay, let's get one of these shots over there. See if I can blind him. Also, I have Divine Mark. And say AoE. These are all AoE. Interesting. A Let's do that over there. Sagani finished her ability.
Look.
That guy's still not hobbled.
Othek Worthen.
Here Ravis finished his ability. Let's get another one.
Othek Worthen.
It's just missing. Sunbeam. That is against reflex. 30% chance to hit, though.
Levaru beyond seek.
Okay, that's a kill. So we got this. Freaking hell. The returning storm is good, but I tried it before. It helps, but it's not the best thing for here. I mean, now it would be, but he doesn't have that anymore. There we go. We got really close before. We got really close. It was all because Ether was stupid. Actually, it was all because Itomike was stupid. But there we go. Whew. Yeah, what I need to do is actually not have him with such heavy armor, because he's got really heavy armor, and he doesn't need that. So I'm gonna look at my armor over here and sell the high to low. And then we have minus 15. Yeah, he doesn't need that. It's nice to have, but he doesn't need that. Actually, Ether's gonna wear that. There we go. Man. Of course, now she has what? What does she have? Wrenched shoulder. Minus 2 might and minus 25% attack speed, which is really, really nasty for her. Well, yeah, it's really nasty. She's basically slow as...
Not a sound.
As everything. Let's see what we have. We have a little bit of a potion. But that's for endurance, which is not that really good. Not really that good. Got a trap over there. And of course, this is where the Zoribs were. We're not going to fight Zoribs again, because it's their level. And we have ourselves a broken blade. What's that supposed to be? This is the upper half of a broken blade. The metal is of fine quality, and it is unclear what has caused it to snap. I wonder what that is. New task. The Blade of the Endless Paths. Oh, I know what this is. It's a quest. We're going to get blades. By the way, I've installed the new free DLC that adds new items. I don't remember where those items are, but I have the DLC. Just letting you know. Almost missed it. Somebody told me in the comments. I think it was... I don't know who it was, but... Was it you, Rainer? I don't remember. But somebody told me on YouTube that there's a DLC. And thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. A nice stock. This weapon? Ooh. Okay. I don't think I got it in my Let's Play. I might have missed that over there, because that is a secret spot. Or maybe not. Let me see if I did. No, maybe not. It seems to be, seems not to be secret. Anyway, we're getting out of here because we need to sleep. We need to go back to Gilded Vale, because we still haven't repaired the Bright Hollow. We might be repaired there. We might have done that on the after the journey is done, because we need to go and come back. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still gonna buy some supplies there, and we need to get out of here through there. And one of the great things about this game is that it has double speed, and I'm really glad that it does. Does it, Tides of Numenera have that as well? I think so. I seem to remember that being the case. But this is really good, and I wish Baldur's Gate had that. It's just fantastic. And of course, for a Let's Play, it doesn't really matter, because I just make a cut. And I say, oh, I'm going to go to the other side of the screen. And I'm on the other side of the screen right now. Let's move on. It's just sort of fast-paced if I want to. So, yeah. But anyway.
I know it looks old and crumbling, but the castle is
Shut up.
Cadnua is a newly grown sore sitting atop ancient bones.
I will tell you you're sore. Let's get out of here, you fool. Okay, good stuff. Moving on. So, actually, before moving on, I want to take a look at my expectation. 1 day and 2 hours. And that's our team. Let's see, how long is it going to be for Gilded Vale? 1 day to complete the journey. That's exactly what I need. It has a teleport cheat. I don't think I've ever... I mean, I might have used that, because I remember using cheats on Baldur's Gate to experiment with getting items and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't use it on the Let's Plays. I don't feel comfortable doing that, even though if it is off camera, it doesn't really matter. Well, I say I don't feel comfortable doing that, but you just need to see me play Fallout New Vegas, and you'll see me toggling clipping every once in a while, just to get me out of a bind, as in, there's a bug. And 26 hours have passed, which means... Oh, still 2 hours? That's not good. Double speed! I wonder how long it takes. I'm gonna sell our things while we're here, because we have a trader over here. Is using a spear in this game any good? Yes, it is, Young. But you need to, you know, want to use a spear. The thing about the spear, though, is that it is not a reach weapon. So you will want to have to be at the front. They're good for piercing damage. There are a lot of piercing damage. But, yeah. They are. And I think we have an interesting spear. Oh, yeah, you have to activate that. What? Stronghold? You must be at the stronghold to recruit or dismiss party members. Oh, I pressed P. Okay, how long is that gonna take then? 1 hour. Good.
Hail, traveler.
Hello. Let's see what your equipment. And actually, let me sell my equipment. So, sell low to high. This takes a long time. But we have a few clubs. I don't need any of these. Just generally. And in the Let's Play, what I did is I sold these first, and then the special weapons later. Even though eventually I started selling the special weapon, the fine stuff and all this sort of stuff. Because there's just so many. And now I'm clicking. Oh, there's my shields. 6 pages of this stuff. Yeah, you can't hold... You can't hold things. I don't feel that... I don't know. This could be done differently. There's a lot of ways to do this. Some games choose not to let you pick up all this junk. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that, to be honest. Yeah, that's amazing, Laquifa. I like that as well. Okay, what is that weapon? A Morning Star. We have pikes. I'm gonna keep these. Also, I have pole axes. I have one fine one, so... not a big deal. And now we have our spell books. Spell right, spell tomes. These are all the same. Yeah. So I can sell them. They're very expensive. Then I have Osria's, Merwald's, Ludrana's, and then Embossed Grimoire over here. I don't know who had this, but that was pretty powerful. And then we have our things, our actual things. So we had 2 fine rapiers that we're not going to need, and 2 fine flails, and a bunch of daggers that I'm going to sell. Fine club. We have a fine stiletto. We don't need that because we have this. We have a proper greatsword over there. We have a fine pistol, a fine stock, a fine poleaxe, I should say. A fine pike, can sell that. Okay, and then the fine ones I can sell too, and the fine rod. I think that's is that a ranged weapon? No, it's not. I don't think it is. Got fine spears. So trade. Good money. Now for the armor. Usually I just keep the fine stuff. Infinite baggy is great. It is indeed. Is it not realistic though? To answer your question, Laquifa, the reason I remember following this game's development, and one of the things that I remember, that's Alice leather armor. One of the things that I remember is the introduction of the stash, and the reason why it is in the game is because video games have a big problem in regards to inventory management that tabletop RPGs don't have. Because if you want to sell all of your junk in a tabletop RPG, you just say, Okay, so I go to town and sell all my junk. I get all this money. You just say this to your dungeon master, and he says, okay, so it's 6 hours, and you just have that. And it's that simple. Of course, you need to do all the math, but you're probably doing all the math while somebody else is doing their turn. But that is very simple in tabletop RPGs. In video games, you actually need to go to town, and you need to select all the things, and then go back from town. And there's a lot of walking around for no reason, especially with inventory management, because with inventory management, you can say, what I mean is this applies to inventory management as well. You can just go through a dungeon and not pick up anything in a tabletop RPG, and at the end of the dungeon, you just say, okay, so I pick up every little bit of loot, I put it in the cart. Or I just go back and forth. If you want to just be realistic like that, you need to carry all the suits of armor. You can just say, I spent a week carrying back and forth all my loot. And you can just do that, especially if you have a week-based tabletop session where you just get on with your friends, and every week you go on an adventure, so you spend like a few hours in a dungeon, and next week, what happens next week? You're gonna say to the dungeon master what you spent the time doing, and you'll see this actually streamlined in some tabletop RPGs, like, for example, the newer versions of Shadowrun, where, actually, not just even the newer one, the earlier versions as well have this, where you just don't have loot, you just have what you want and you just buy, and you don't even actually deal with, it's just more sort of a dice roll sort of thing, and that's why they implemented the stash, just to try and get rid of the boring stuff of inventory management, which is really boring, and I get that we as gamers have grown accustomed to it, and it's understandable that we have, but the reason why we have grown accustomed to it is because we just bear with it. It's just, okay, whatever. I see that it's boring a little bit easier than I would otherwise, because I'm a Let's Player, so I can, the stuff that I cut out is the inventory management and the moving around for no reason. That's the stuff that I cut out. And also the farming. Can you please take your stupid front-wheel drive car away from me? Can you guys hear him? There's a guy outside with a stupid front-wheel drive Civic. I like the Civics, but if you have a front-wheel drive car, don't pretend like you have a great thing. Please, it's fine. At least it's gasoline powered. It's even worse when it's diesel. Oh, look at my diesel Seat Ibiza. Look at this thing over here. Anyway, you heard it, Jung? Yeah. It wasn't too loud though. Just it distracts me more than anything. Yeah, look, if it's just it's hard to think of that, but I think it was it's an innovation, all things considered. I get that it kind of miffs a lot of people. You can disable that in the options. I'll show you actually. I'll show you. If you go over here to difficulty, you have this thing. Allow the stash to be accessed at any location. So I have never played with restricted stash, but you can if you want to. And it makes it a little bit more hardcore. And that's fine, I suppose. I just don't, I mean, for a Let's Play, I wouldn't do it. And for stream, maybe I would, because it's different, you know, on the stream. At least no fireworks. Rainer Zufall has the right of it, yes. No fireworks. Hello, sir.
Good day to you.
Mm-hmm. Let me continue selling you my crap. And we have a bunch of helmets. Barely no one is out when it's night. What do you mean, on a car? What? I don't understand. Well, I don't know. What you mean? Yeah, look, I think so. It is a little bit weird, but once you experiment with it, if you have no sort of prejudice there, it's just sort of, it works. And that's all that matters, really. If you are, as a gamer, are okay with it. Oh, I can sell my tiny white worm! The many faces of Bereth. Saint Waitnance, The Farmer Became God. Psychic Poetry. There's a lot of books over here that I don't need. All of these books are available online in the wiki, so you can go ahead and read them. And I'm not going to have that because they are not important. These are just other. And I don't have my quest items over here anyway. Good stuff. So, I'm going to need... Do you have, sir... bronze horn figurine. What's this for? Summons Animat. Though tarnished and lusterless in its remarkable age, the intricate inscriptions and texturing still discernible on the horn's surface, along with the artifact's obvious longevity, suggest an object of expert workmanship. I don't know what that is for. Blunting belt. That's nice. Cape of withdrawal. Hold wall. Unique arbalest. The other thing about this game's inventory system or item system is that you can get an item early in the game. It's not often that you'll get because there's always better items. But like for example, if I had this, if I bought this, which I kind of want to, increase attack speed is always good. Yeah. If you buy early in the game, you can use this forever, and you're not gonna be. It's not a lost investment. Simply because you can upgrade it, you can enchant it, and that sort of stuff. Why did you remove that? Oh, because it's over there. Okay, you also have that. Who else? You have an arbalest over there. It's a fine one as well. And you need a warbow. You need a proper warbow, mister. So I'm gonna sell that over there.
Greetings.
See if I can get a warbow for the little guy. So sell that. And you are gonna get... No warbow. He doesn't have warbows. Unfortunately. Ah well. Need to get a Fletcher.
Certainly.
It's fine. Oh, I know what you mean, Young. That's nice. Do you guys don't have, like, night bars and stuff? Interesting. I guess it's not... Maybe you do, and it's just... It wouldn't make it louder. Just... It's the thing. Yeah, gold drop instead of generic shit. The thing is, the generic shit is useful, and you do need to use it every once in a while. If you just need, what some games do is just allow you to, on the spot, turn things into gold. And I don't think that's really a good solution. It works if it's a very magical place, or a very magical system, but, like, you just find a bunch of armor, you just turn everything into gold. Meh. That works in Diablo and games like that. Actually... I remember that in Dungeon Siege 2, and it was pretty fun. I like that game. I remember that in Titan Quest. And that's about that, really. We're just waiting, by the way. I'm waiting for this thing to be complete. 38 minutes. Let's see how long it takes. Got 38 minutes, we're in fast mode. And that was a very small little pause. Oh, it's gonna take very little. Yeah. We don't have 24/7 shops either, but people, like, today's Thursday. That guy probably just, I don't know what he's doing, actually. I don't know his life, but if he's like any sort of young kid around the block, maybe he's gonna go down to the bar that closes at midnight, or he's gonna go to, or there are bars that close later, like at 2 o'clock in the weekdays. Or maybe just gonna go home or something. Maybe came here to bring somebody home or something. I don't know if it exactly is the guy that I think it is. It might be somebody else. Everything closes at 9. You know what it is, Jung? Developed countries. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because after 9, you should be at home playing video games. That's what I say anyway. Come on, just get that thing done. How long? How long? It's completed? No, that's completed. Did it get completed and I didn't see? It did, didn't it? Dang it. Maybe. Maybe it did and maybe it didn't. Let's experiment. So I'm doing this because I want to use up the time properly. What I'm going to build, and I should have built, is the Bright Hollow restoration. 2 days. It's fine. It's all good. We're going to rest over here. We're going to buy supplies, and we're going to go back. I'm actually going to do it the other way around. Okay, Miss
Good day
Basca.
to you.
I'd like a room. Because it doesn't matter what I ask. I would like that. Couple. Just a couple. Thank you. And now a room. Lovely. Okay, and off we go. That's another way of doing it. Yep, that definitely works. Transmogrification. Transmogrification, that's the word, yes. Okay, so back to Katanua. It's another day of journey. I think we've gone to the place to the south of here. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to do this. I want to do the Paths of Otnua as soon as I can. I'm not going to be able to complete it at this level because the end boss is incredibly tough. We're right now at level 5, right? Yeah, we're level 5. Even at level 12 is going to be really, really hard. And I think level 12 is right about mid-game. So it's going to be really, really hard even then. And we're going to go down to level 1. Level 1 was the one that we beat last stream. And of course now we have beat level 2. It did take a little while longer. Actually, it took twice as long. But now we're going for level 3. And if I remember correctly, level 3... Huh. I don't know what level 3 is going to be. Oh yeah, and then the cold. That would change things a lot as well. Most likely. It definitely would. Okay, so I'm going to take care of this Zorp. Well, I'm going to mess with the Zorp. I don't want to kill him for no reason, because I wonder if I can heal him. I don't think so. Yeah, I can cut his throat, but let's not do that. Let's just go down through here. And let's see what manner of enemies exist down there. Save the game. Enter sneak mode and let's go. Down to level 3. This level also has an entrance or an exit to the outside. Because there's this sort of... Oh, crap. It's this level. I hate it. I hate it. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Oh, man. Thulgar, don't sulk. Come into the light, he says. If they had only known how many unwitting fools would wander into my camp, I would not have been exiled. But then, I think they have lost the taste for godlike, now that they have feasted on one another for so long. What he's talking about is my race. My race is godlike. Eaten by who? The rest of my tribe. They will come for me in time. There are not so many of them left, and they will not wait so long that they can no longer overpower me. There is nothing left of us. The others follow our matron mindlessly, and she, my Zola, my queen, she succumbed to madness long ago. And I, the coward, wait here to die alone. Easier said than done. Hunger has a will of its own. Matron Zola knows that well. So I can ask him who he is. You're all starving? Isn't there something to eat down here? We have lived here for many years. The caverns have changed around us. Many old tunnels have been closed. Perhaps it's the spiders doing. For a time we feasted on the Zorips and lived well, but the Zorip tribes have become diseased, poisoned, like the one we found upstairs. We did not notice at first, not until we too began to grow weak. Some of us became like feral creatures, maddened by the poison. Matron Zola, strongest of us, she did not go so easily. Her madness came slowly. Some of us went on eating Zorips, of course, even knowing there was nothing else. They died painfully but quickly. Others tried venturing out into the Great Stair, trying to find a way out. Zola forbade us from leaving in time. If we could not find anything to hunt, then some of us, she said, must sacrifice themselves. So you're cannibals? Yes. What happened to your leader? Matron Zola was plagued with dreams from the moment we came here. Terrible dreams of something down below. She was convinced we should not go there. I told her it was nothing. Thought nothing of it until we discovered the poison within the Zorips. It changed her. Whatever the voice spoke, she grew harder, colder. Perhaps it was enough that the voice was never silent through all those days and nights. Perhaps the poison made the dreams all the worse. It is harder, perhaps, to see madness in those closest to you, but I should have seen it all the same. Too late for that now. Yeah, I'm gonna put an end to her. Yes, if you could do that, then at least we will be free of this madness. Bring me her torque. Consider this the final request of a fallen ogre, godlike. Okay, so we have... A torque is, I don't know if that's common knowledge. A torque is basically a thing that you put it around your... Oh, we had a stash over here. Around your, collar. And it's sort of twisted, which is where the name comes from. I believe, anyway. How cold is it in Portugal in winter? 2 degrees Celsius on average. Depends on the area, but it would be about 2 degrees Celsius. They don't eat brains. They're ogres. They eat everything. They are... The madness is not because of the eating brains, though. Let's see.
Hope that helps.
Okay, what do we have? Nothing. Okay. So on to the first terrible test of this level. It's really nasty, but we can do it. It's all good. Let me look at the experience. Yeah, not getting that much. Not getting that much. Is it down here that I want to go first? Yeah, we got an ogre. Okay. The ogre is laughing. He's gonna cast something. He's doing something over there with his... That thing over there. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of them coming. I think there's only 2 of them now. That's good. I think I brought only 1 of them.
That's embarrassing.
Did you what happened? Now he's blinded and dazed. Pelagina doesn't have an effective weapon. That's why I bring secondary weapons when I find them. That ogre is no more. Okay, it wasn't great, but we did. We got ogre blood.
At once.
Out of there. Good. That went relatively well. Can't even call that winter. Well, it's cold. I hate it when it's down below 10. I really don't like it. My hands get very cold and I get chilblains and it's terrible. And I can't play my video games properly. It's terrible. Okay. No, don't run away. Reload that, man. Seriously. Well, that's a hit. Okay, everybody goes over there. Except for you.
If it makes you rest easier.
Oh, he's not coming? Weird. Oh, because we're sneaking.
Dead on.
Oh no. Okay, I can turn you into my friend. Oh no! Who shot him? Dang it! This is bad.
Understood.
No. Screw that noise. 10 degrees is warm. Don't believe it. Don't believe it, people. Jung does not know what he's talking about. 10 degrees Celsius is really, really cold. It's like 45 degrees Fahrenheit if you have a different sort of measuring system for temperature.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's like 270 degrees Kelvin. It's just, it's really, really cold. It's really nasty. It's not good. In the words of people that speak simply, not good. Pelagina just taking a bunch of hits. Okay, she can handle that. Even though she has a bunch of defense, or deflection, I should say. Actually, how much? Yeah, 77. She has 77. That's even better than Heather. How does she have that? Oh, because of the larder door. And she also has an ability that gives her a little bit better usage of shields. So that's pretty good, actually. And she's just taking the hits. That thing must have immense accuracy. And of course, that's the prone. Speaking of which, I might be able to bring you down. And I should probably do this as well. Nope, didn't need to. It shakes when he falls to the ground. That's a pretty awesome detail right there, to be honest. Okay. Moving on. Little by little. That's really the only way of doing this level. Early in the game. Later on, it's okay. This is sort of a damage check. Or sort of like that. Because if you can get by these guys just... Oh, that's the one. That's the one right there. Okay, everybody get out. Everybody gets out, because I am not dealing with those guys. Are they taking damage? Oh, they're getting hobbled. Oh, you need to reload. Oh, don't get in there. This is the nasty bit, because this does damage over time, and it's terrible. That's not okay, Kara. Anything about 35 for me, I die. As you can tell, I'm a person of mild temperatures. Below 7 is very cold. Above 45 is very hot. Above 35 is very hot, so. Oh, that's the nasty one. How long does that last? Very long. I'm actually gonna switch to all ranged. So we can attack that. Okay, that went actually fairly well.
I'm ready.
Of course, Itumak is not. But we can do good things in here. I'm gonna do Phantom Pain. Recall Agony, that's the one. And then I'm gonna do that. So Nomura finished their ability. And Sagani finished their ability. Also, I'm gonna do that over there. Sagani finished their ability. Okay, why you're taking damage? Because of that stupid thing. That is just so bad. That lasts for so long, though. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's 200 damage. She has 63 health, effectively. That's almost 200 damage right there. Okay, Sagani's down. Or almost down. I'm gonna get you over here and do this. To bring him back up. And Pelagina, weapon ineffective, that's okay. And now I can do this thing over here on this guy. Pelagina is taking a little bit of damage, but that's fine as well. I think I'll be okay with the health, but especially if I die after the combat is done. Itumak low endurance. He's fine with that. What does she have? Prone. That's fine. Why did you auto-pause? That's a kill. That might have been the reason. Okay, now you're gonna need this.
I'm here.
It's just so crazy powerful. Oh my god. Oh yeah, on the extremes. We get above 40 sometimes. Not in the shade though. In the shade, probably 38s, 37s. Depends on where you are in the country as well. Where I am, it's about that. Later, further in the south, we get proper heat. Probably about 45s, the extremes. Mallorca, though, it's... Yeah, Spain does have very different environments for the weather, though, just because of the sort of altitude changes and the sort of the effects that happen because it's just the way things are. But it's not too different, I would say, from Portugal. If you want to draw a parallel there, she'll be okay. She's taking so much damage. Okay, she survives. That ability is just incredibly powerful, and it's an AoE. Okay, Itumak is down.
Dead on.
Does it last forever? Does Bonded Grief last forever? It does not last forever. Okay. That is just so powerful. We can't do this because of that, basically. Because those things will happen. That will happen in the middle of combat multiple times. And we're just gonna need to come back when we're higher level and just better. And just better at things. But I'll still keep going because I can kill these guys. It's a reasonable fight. Pelagina wouldn't enjoy that, wouldn't agree with that, but still reasonable fight. Look at that tiny spider over there. Just look at that cute little tiny spider. And we got an ogre druid over here. You know what I can do with the ogre druid, though? I can do something interesting. It might not work, but I have a plan. So what I will do is I'll send Itumak in there. Itumak can handle all the terrible things that happen. And then everybody else just shoots at the shoots at the thing. Gonna leave sneak. You're gonna go in there.
I'm here.
Yep. And we attack. Let's see what happens. Itumak is already down. Stag's Horn. That's really nasty. I'm gonna try and go for the paralyze. If I can. I can. Okay. Mental Binding. Don't know what it's casting. It's not Mental Binding, though. Is it? Yeah. Oh, there's another one coming. Oh, crap. Okay, Ether is down. Or, not Ether, Itumak. That's not gonna work. Yeah, there's too many of them. Can't even kill the druid. So we need to come back later. Let's explore other things. To the north. Thank you very much. I'll take a look at it. I don't remember where the exit is. I think the patrolling one we killed already. The patrolling orc. Or not orc. Ogre. We have a spell. Also, I don't need that. We have a person in here. Housed within a quiet alcove, this stone figure strides boldly forward, one arm held high. Judging by the style of clothing and the cracked remnants of a beard upon the statue, Duran suspects that this is Earl Yenwood, a lauded warrior. He was known to lead his men into battle wielding a gleaming saber. Okay, so I need a saber for that guy. No, sneak mode, you idiot. Let's see if we can find a way out. There's an ogre. Is it over this way? Yeah. It was pretty bad. Maybe I can... Oh no, there's the patrolling one. I imagine. I suppose we can take that guy on. How hard could it be? Right? Is that a group over there? Those looks to be a group. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. So my intention is to do the flanked thing, phantom foes. Next, I'm gonna get a little bit of deflection here, just for extra. I'm also gonna get the returning storm, because that is really powerful for these particular enemies. Selanumbra finished their ability, which is great, so keep attacking because these guys are now flanked. Itumak is low endurance, so still alive. That's pretty good. And Durance just finished his ability. He can also get Itumak kind of back on his feet. Try to. Hiravius, did you fail that or something? Hiravius returning. Misses the... Okay, so no, Hiravius has this thing, right?
On it.
He should. Looks like he does. Burst of Summer Flame. Yeah, it's definitely working. Durance finished his ability. Let's get Circle of Protection in there. Or in here. Doesn't last very long, but it is good. Itumak is out. Okay, that's Durance and Hiravius doing his thing. Let's do that over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get that over here. And Hiravius is gonna do that over there. See what happens. Hiravius finished his ability. Keep at it. This guy's still not dead? He's prone though. I just sent an ogre prone. Durance and that's good. Let's keep these ones up. How long is that gonna last? Armor of Faith is gonna last for a little while though. Blessing? Yeah. And Selanumbra just keeps at it over there. That's 52. I think it's about 52% chance to hit or something. Pelagina. She can actually do that. How about swearing that guy so we can do a little bit more damage? Durance finished his ability. He's gonna need a proper heal up there pretty soon. Okay. So let's get armor. Okay, good. Pelagina. Did she finish her ability? Let's go with that. She did now. Okay, Durance finished his ability. He does have this. I can kill that guy as soon as possible.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are we attacking that guy over there? Durance finishes his ability. I think he's actually gonna die before Yeah, we got this. 3 of them at the same time. Not a problem. No, it's all fine.
Die!
Burning hot asphalt. Yeah. I was a cyclist for a long while, for 5 years. And if there's one thing I know how it is, it's burning asphalt. Not just because of the falls, but because it's in summer it does get very hot. And it's very hot, the asphalt. I thought it was everywhere though. It sort of easily gets into the 50 degrees. If it's like a baking hot sun.
Not a sound.
Not a sound indeed. Oh, this is not the way. So that's the... Might be the way over here. Is that the exit? That is the exit. The roaming one can die. I suppose the roaming one might have actually died. Right there. Guys, wait a little bit. I think it's good. You're camping for supply. You're looking for supplies? Just going around trying to find supplies? Yeah. But we found the way out, which is great. Yeah, it's I use sandals on summer. Not publicly though, because yeah, I do. Because it's very hot, and otherwise my feet get all sort of these blisters that are weird. Because I got like a sort of an eczema sort of thing that with the sweat sort of get sweat blisters or whatever.
Sorry for whoever has to clean up this place.
Which are kind of weird and very itchy, but not. No, they're not sort of diseased or anything, which is great. It's not pus inside them, so that's nice. Because having that sort of thing is nasty. Okay, so we're here. I don't think we have any quests over here because we're just waiting. I can check on my progress. 10 hours. 10 hours for the Bright Hollow restoration. The good thing about that is we need to go to places, so those 10 hours are going to go past very quickly. Those were 2 hours that it takes from getting to from level 3 to up here. It takes 2 hours. Huh. 2 in-game hours, I mean, right there.
Cadnua is a newly grown sore sitting atop ancient bones.
Mm-hmm. He was saying something else before that. We heard that line before. Okay, so I need to go over there. I've been to all of these. And that takes 1 day and 4 hours. That takes 18 hours, man. 1 day and 4 hours. 24 hours. Such a nice soundtrack. I like that so much. I do. That's why I don't use them in public. I hate sandals as well. Actually, when I say sandals, I mean flip-flops. That's what I use anyway. I don't have sandals. So, wait a minute. We have a slaver now? Bad visitor living in 8 days and 13 hours. Solmar the Schlacker, a slaver from Radsera, has arrived at your keep, seeking your counsel on some business matters. We're gonna matters actually, not manners. We're gonna take care of that. Oh, he's not gonna enjoy my presence there. Okay, next upgrade. So we have the Bright Hollow right there. The main keep is done. We have the Bailey. Keeping the stronghold self-sufficient, building this upgrade will allow you to upgrade the grounds further. That's for other things. The Tower of Cadnua, 10 highs above, just gives me things. The library, increase the lower bonus. Hire, I have the barracks already. Can I hire? Yeah, I can hire these. I should be able to hire them before, but it doesn't matter. So what am I gonna buy? I'm just gonna go with just as much prestige as possible. That's gonna be my thing. I don't know that it matters for anything, but I'm just gonna go Mercenary Mind Striker prestige. Get. What do we have? We have a Vagabond Scald. Get. We have a Vanguard Soldier. We have a Skirmish Archer. We have a Blooded Thug. And a Bereth from Bareth. A Cleric of Bareth. Okay, that's 6 out of 8. Gold Pact Knight. Sure. Rauatai Landbreaker. Shock Mage. Warden of the Wilds. Go. Okay, so Orderless Disciple. Maybe I should get that one. So, upgrades. Upgrades, what should I buy? So you can build the garden, the Bailey. Are you sure? I mean, is the garden really... Oh, for crafting things. That's right. That's right. That's very important. But the merchant souls are also really nice, because I can have merchants in there. Rebuilding. Provide you with weapons and armor, merchants, and a dexterity bonus when resting. Let's go with the Bailey. 2 days. So we have explored this completely, so we don't need to mess with it. We can just leave, even though I'm pretty sure there's going to be enemies in here. There's no need to hunt them. Let's go to Matter Bridge, because that's why I kind of stopped midway through, because that's a better usage of the time. Are you sure, Rainer? I didn't look into the tails though. But are you sure that's how I should do it?
Slowly now.
Who's saying that? Oh, it's Pelagina, of course. I keep forgetting her voice. She has a very exotic voice. You met a Swede owning a restaurant there. I don't think I've ever met a Swede. Personally, I mean. I'm pretty sure I met Swedes or saw Swedes going around, but I don't think I know anybody from Sweden. I was gonna say Switzerland. I will own up to that, because the names are so different in Portuguese that I always need to think how they translate in English. Because we say Suecia for Sweden. We don't say Sweden, we say Suecia. And for Switzerland, we say Suiza, which is similar but very different. I can tell the difference very easily. But in English, it's a different matter. And I know those are completely different corners of Europe as well. Sweden and Switzerland. That's just one-shot kill right there, I think. Nope, it was a two-shot. Although Selenumbra did do 35 pierce damage. How much damage was that? That was an accuracy of 41 minus a defense of 50, which is a -9. With a roll of 87, -9. So that's a 78, which is a hit. Because of whatever. So that's the thing. And then, on the damage front, we have a 39.1 roll. With a defense rating, with a damage reduction of 4. So, that is just 39.1 that I'm doing of damage. How is that 39.1? Was it a critical? Suppose. Okay, I need to get the High Priest away. That is... These guys are easier to hit because they are lower level, I think. Does Pelagina has... No. The guy's flanked. Both of them are flanked. Nah, this is gonna go well. Shouldn't be a problem. Am I sneaking?
What does the flame reveal?
What does the flame reveal? Because you're looking for traps? Is there any passage over there? No. Slovenia and Slovakia. Slovakia? How is that pronounced in English? Hey, the Dog Days, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, Portugal is actually, a lot of countries just say Portugal, although it's pronounced differently than, you know, from country to country. But I do know of a country that says different. Do we have any Italians in the audience right now? Do we have... Shout out to all the Italians right now. Do you guys say... I know how you guys say that. It's Portogallo. Portogallo. Which is interesting. Because Portugal, for us, is a neutral gender name. We don't say... Well, Le Portugal. Or La Portugal. We don't say that. The French don't have a neutral one, do they? We do, but it's different. It's weird because it's when you don't have the le or the la, which it's not. It's u or in Portuguese instead of le and la from the French. Okay, so that guy really needs to stop doing whatever he's doing. Okay, good. That's a good way of dealing with that.
It's no use.
And also, I'm gonna get Yunus out of there. And you need to attack that. I think this is going really well. I'm gonna get that ability. Did it work? No. I can do this. What is Itumak doing? Well, at least he's attacking the right person. Yeah, these guys are really nasty. These guys are really nasty. Pelagina, you need to bring them down. Bring them down. Did that work? I don't know. No. I don't know if it does damage. Why is it ineffective? She has... Oh, because it's a very weak weapon? Maybe. Their defense... Their damage reduction might be very good. That's probably what happens. So I'm gonna get... Recall Agony. So now you're gonna take extra damage. Okay, Ether's taking a little bit of damage there. I can do another one of these. That's good. So just stacking those stats in there. And I can also try this one. That's 0% chance to hit. Is he immune?
It's no use.
That's weird.
Dead on.
Seems like he's immune to that. Mental binding then. And he's paralyzed now for 5 seconds. There we go. Good stuff. Porgalia? No, Portugalia. Oh no, Portugalia? Is that really how it is in Polish? That's a different word. Suecia just means it's just the name of the country. It doesn't doesn't mean anything else. They regenerate. I didn't notice them regenerating, but thank you for warning me. And blunt. The thing is she has slash and pierce. And she also has a crush on the other thing. So basically she just does damage all around. I will look at my cyclopedia here to look at the trolls though. Cause that looked weird. Forest troll, they have crush resistance of crush resistance of 15 effectively. No, it's of 10, I think. That's just a modifier. And yeah, it's crush damage that they resist a bunch. But it's not that they are bad at resisting the rest of the stuff. It's just that probably she was dealing low amounts of damage in. Because she does have...
It's me, your pal, Pallegina the Paladin.
What? Stop that, Pallegina. Why? At least she told me her name, which is great, so that way I can pronounce it. Portugalia. Okay, Karaher. Sorry. I am very bad at noticing when people have typos. And you might know that. Sverige. Now that's something. That's a proper name right there. I don't know if that's how that's how it's pronounced, but okay, that Zorip is gone. Can you guys get into combat? Into stealth? Thank you. Okay. And we have a quest to do over here, by the way. It's got something to do with achievement or something. I don't remember. Oh. I think you told me that, Jung. Or somebody told me about the kingdom. I think. Deutschland as well for Germany. Yeah, because Deutschland is just a different word from Germany. Us Portuguese, we have a... Oh, that guy's aggressive. Oh, no, he's not. It's Perigund. I talked to him. Oh, it's the guy that gave me the quest, yes. Us Portuguese, we have a weird fascination with giving the wrong names to countries. Like, for example, Netherlands. The Netherlands will say Holland. Or, actually, we'll say Hollanda. But that's still... It comes from the same word, Holland. And, is there anything in here? I'm sure there's not. And, like, Germany will say Alemania. Which is... I don't even... I think... Is it a region or something? I'm not even sure where the word comes from. It's like... It's not Deutschland or at all. It's not Germany. It's just Alemania. Just something that we call it. It's that. It's what it is. So why? It's just... I don't even know where it comes from. Tischland. Yeah, that's a weird name. I think it's more weird than Alemania. Schwesia. Schwesia? Shveziak is the Z. So the bridge is broken.
That
We
over
can't-
there? That'd be the easy way to get to Defiance Bay.
I know.
Before the floods, anyway.
I know. We did our thing already. We fixed everything. It's not a problem. Oh, this is stealing. I can get that though.
Certainly.
There we go. Because we're pretty good at sneaking, so we can get there before... I think it's just fish and flour and stuff like that. The je part wrong? Oh, the... What? Germany? What? How did I pronounce? Oh, because of the other word that I said. Not sure what you're talking about. Sorry. So we have cocoa. I'll take that. Definitely didn't
I'd be
steal
glad
anything,
to.
sir. That was definitely not me. Okay, let's go down here. If I remember correctly, this is easy. But there's definitely enemies down here. A looter. And the game is gonna give me crap for killing these guys, by the way. Spoiler alert, it's not really a spoiler. It's just,
I'd be
they're
glad
here,
to.
they're clearly attacking me. Actually, it's not. They're not gonna give me crap for these guys. That's right. We're gonna get crap, but just not for these. It's all fine. Oh, it's the t. The t. Mm-hmm. Sverija. I see. Or ja. Is it? I see. I understand. Thoughtful Gaming, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, Path of the Damned is tricky. We've been doing things so far. It's been a learning process, a very good learning process. I now understand how the systems work, which is something that I managed to not understand throughout my whole Let's Play on hard as well. So guys, let's see. They're complaining. Yeah, that's what they're giving me crap. Where are Brattle and Terran? They were just up along the path and we heard fighting. Who? My cousins. They were waiting up the path, keeping an eye out for trouble. Yeah, sure. The wreckage is private property and you are looting. Looting? But this is a wreck. What value does it have? Please, we need these supplies dearly. The storm took everything from us. It's not our desire to steal, but we are destitute. Should we let these wares just sink to the river bottom? I'm sorry for your misfortune. Can I help? Perhaps you could tell the merchant you found nothing beyond bits of driftwood. From her point of view, it'll be as if the river washed it all away. Besides, how much copper will she really make by selling these rotting clothes and soiled wares? Yeah, I'll not lie to cover your thievery. Then you leave us no choice. And it's just like that, really. It's very straightforward. It's a choice. Is engaged forever. Is engaged. I know it's risky, but it's fine. And I can do this. And these guys are all going down. Okay. Sure. They don't even have names. They're just looters. That's what they are. Come on, Itumak. Itumak. Yeah, I got the name right. Now they're just pieces of meat. That's what
Quietly
happens
now.
when you loot and you meet me. We have Hermit's Hat plus intellect. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, I can't use a freaking hat because I'm a godlike. Ah. Dang it. I know who will be able to use it, though. This guy over here, he's dumb. He's really dumb. He's dumb. He needs more intellect for area of effect things. He's not that dumb, actually. He's got 15 bays, which is pretty decent. Just sort of, yeah. That's the other thing. Maybe I judged some of these characters as bad too early, because we will be able to upgrade their stats later. It's just gonna take, unfortunately, it's just gonna take items for that. So we have what we came here for. The rest of the stuff is not really my concern. I'm doing quests here. It's sort of a min-maxi, not a min-maxi, but I guess sort of a completionist playthrough. I'm trying to anyway, trying to do that. Oh, you're closing to finishing it? Oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the last few battles, especially dragons and stuff like that, because there's one battle that I couldn't finish, or that I couldn't do on hard. I don't even know what's gonna happen. And yeah, there's a lot of choices. You shouldn't try to explain Polish pronunciation. Yeah. The Dog Days has the right of it. Starving peasants don't present much of a threat. Oh, there's good reputation in Defiance Bay. I didn't know that. Well. That's that. Hopefully the reward will be good. Probably won't. Speed things along. Okay. So there's no secrets over here. Let's see what we have to the west. Nothing. So we can go over here. Have a chat with him and tell him that we have his things. Which dragon will eat me? I'm not actually talking about the black dragon. I'm talking about the white dragon in the expansion. That is just awful. Absolutely awful. So yeah. Will these happen to be yours? It's a minor negative. Yeah, it's minor negative there. Thank you. I was beginning to think it was all sunken to the bottom. Yeah, I didn't get to see that it was minor negative on my Let's Play because I had this disabled. So there we go. It doesn't matter. Consider this a small token, and I got a little bit of experience and a little bit of, yeah, just experience. We got it. It's good. Also, I don't know why I'd lose a reputation. That sounds a little bit gamey to me.
I'd be glad to.
It really does. But I don't really need any reputation. Defiance Bay will burn because of me. So, yeah. Spoiler alert. It won't. Not, well, it's not spoiler because you don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah. No spoiler. Okay, so we need to go over there. That's going to be 1 day and 22 hours. I think I am just going to go to Cadnua from here. Sleep at Cadnua. And then continue. And it comes out of nowhere, Dog Days, yes.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Does it? Does it now? Because it doesn't look healthier to me. Let's go over here. Also got some guys. Right here I have this bad visitor. Can't do anything there. And apparently somebody told me there were contracts or something. And I don't know how to do those. It's 5 hours. And we're gonna sleep, so... Can I sleep out here? Come on, guys, just... Haste! Oh, the dragons in the marsh. Those are the ones that I couldn't kill. That's the only battle I couldn't do. That's the battle I couldn't do, not the white... Oh, look at that lion companion over there. The white dragon I could do. Very tricky, but... no bonus. We just slept and we have a dream. You awake to see Durance. His staff... Oh, this is an interesting one. His staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at its top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff... He seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of heat suffused wood. The lines seem like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. I should point out that saying that something seems like molten metal means absolutely nothing, because, for example, zinc, which is a metal, will melt below 500 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature at which we start to see, or I start to detect, things' temperature, because things glow red at 500 degrees. Anything glows red, even air glows red at 500 degrees. That's just what it does. So molten metal, zinc molts at, I think, 400. That's all Celsius, though. So I think 400. So molten metal does not glow. Well, iron will, because iron melts at, I think, 800? Or maybe more. I don't remember, actually. I don't remember. Are in my extra hut. Thank you very much, Thoughtful Gaming. North of northwest of Katanua. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. Warden's Lodge to do that. Okay, thank you. Thank you. As you watch the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own, they pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent, and suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid and real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. Does something ail you? Yeah, I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire, and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
I think, now, I can only know this in hindsight because I know what goes on in his head a little bit. I think what he's displaying right now is curiosity, not apprehension or nothing like that. It's actually curiosity. He might not have seen that. I don't think he's awakened, even though I think he has some sort of soul sense or something. Yeah, it was like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
In his staff? What about the Godhammer?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
We asked about the Godhammer before. I'm not going to say much, but I'm going to ask, what do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Eothas overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Eothas of it.
Okay, so yeah, he's actually just jumping to crazy. This guy is crazy. He's. I think he's the hardest companion to understand. Even harder, definitely harder than Aloth, but even harder than the Weeping Mother. The Weeping Mother is hard to understand, but she at least is human. He's just crazy, and they're both written by the same person, mostly. But there are a few that. So what he's saying over here, the Godhammer is basically the weapon, the bomb that killed Waidwen. The Saints' War is called Saints' War because Eothas was supposedly in the body of Waidwen, who led the Saints' War, the invasion of this country, and that's why he's saying over here it saved Deerwood because Deerwood is a country, and that's what happened. It knocked a god from its perch because it killed Eothas, which is the god. But over here is an important aspect of his particular storyline, because what he's saying is that Eothas overstepped. Eothas made a mistake, and he died because of it. The god made a mistake, and he was killed by people, which is interesting. I don't remember what happens at the end.
You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
So he didn't know this before, but he helped, well, actually, we don't know yet, but let's ask. You helped build the Godhammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who would come to stand on the bridge to stop Eothas.
So he said everything that confirms it. So just to recap, he was actually one of those that killed Eothas, or Waidwen actually, because we don't at this point we don't know if, because people don't know for sure if Eothas was actually in the body of Waidwen, the leader of the war, or leader of Red Ceres, which is the country that invaded Deerwood. But not only was he the one that helped make the bomb, he's the one that actually deployed it, and he was there, and we're gonna learn about that. But that's what he's saying over here. It's hard to kind of wrap your mind around all of that because he's just delivering things in strands. But from all the information he's given us, we know that already. Just it's all in strands. But yeah, Shadows of the 12.
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were 12 shadows cast, 12 faithful of Margren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
He rests the staff in front of him and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until 12 is met. Oh, that's what we saw. Because in the vision, we saw circles forming another circle. And I think what he's saying over here, I didn't catch this the first time I played the game. What he's saying over here is that these shadows are actually the souls. And these guys, him included, might be old supporters of Maegren. And Maegren is actually a very, very important player in the whole main story of the game, because this main story is trippy as hell. Well, it's not trippy as hell, but it's very complicated because it messes with the gods, and Maegren is going to be involved in a lot of that, so we need to understand this bit well enough so that we later can sort of connect it to all the things that are coming after that, because Maegren was the one that killed Eothas, and that is important. And Barath was the one that came on top, and that is also another thing. I don't know how the cult of Maegren is at this point. He certainly hates her, even though he's still a follower of her for whatever reason. That's actually part of his storyline. But he hates Maegren for a reason that he's going to explain later. I remember it, and it's really amazing. His last dialogue is really awesome. And when it comes to realization, it's really, really powerful. I really enjoy it. But I don't know if Maegren came out on top. But these 12 guys, which also gave the name to the dozens that are now in the dozens is a group of sort of radicals that want to kill. It's a different story, but they're called the dozens. We found them before. They're called the dozens because of these guys. It's the dozen of faithful of Maegren.
As 12 held Eothas fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly, the fire, once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently. So he's looking at that. He's because he's on his own path. He's doing stuff. The reason he's looking for things. But the Dog Days has got a point. He feels like the Dog Days feels like the Grieving Mother is more difficult to understand because she overuses adjectives and metaphors. I see what you mean. I think, yeah, that's definitely the difference between the Grieving Mother and Durance. The problem with Durance is that he's very much to the point and doesn't explain, doesn't contextualize anything, and that's why they're kind of opposites because of that. The Grieving Mother, she has a lot of allegory. She has a lot of metaphors, as you say, which is more, I think, not really what she says. That's more allegory that she uses rather than metaphors, because metaphor is not actually what she uses, it's allegory. But she is easy to understand because a lot of what she says is just context for you to understand what she is all about. Because we never really get to understand the Grieving Mother completely, because we're not supposed to. I felt that she was just amazing. She's beautiful writing, absolutely beautiful writing, just awesome, just brilliant writing. I just love her writing. It's just so nice, so good. The enemies in the White March get ridiculous. Dog Days, yeah. I don't remember if I played with the. I don't remember at what level I played at them, but I remember having trouble, and then I went back there and didn't level them up because you can kind of match their levels to yours, and then basically I just wiped the floor with them. Still, there were some interesting battles because some of them are really, really well protected against certain attacks. Phantom Tribal, what's your opinion on Elex? I've seen your Let's Play, but do you think it's a solid RPG? I can't tell that yet, Phantom Tribal. I will need to complete at least one CD, but most likely a couple, to really understand how solid as an RPG Elex actually is. If, in my opinion, basically all it needs to do from what I've seen, and bear in mind I've only played like 15 to 20 hours only. But from what I've seen, if my choices affect the world in any interesting way during gameplay, then it's gonna be an interesting RPG because it's fun to explore. It's not. I wouldn't think that it's the sort of game that you'd want to binge play, but maybe it's okay for that. I think it's easier to binge play than anything apart from Gothic 1 and 2. It's easier to binge play than Reason for sure, any one of the Reasons, even though I didn't play Reason 2 or 3, but I did see them enough to know what they are like. And certainly easier to binge play than Gothic 3. Gothic 3 is very tiresome to binge play, and this one is very good level design, and it's just interesting. And I think Ilex is deserving, at least. Did anybody like the video? Young linked. I will need to go back to that. Yes, the Dog Days. Yeah, he just acts like we should know, and I think that's what I mean. This game has a lot of that. So I don't know if it's on purpose that Durance does this, or if it's just the way the game is written. Meta binge play Enderall. Yeah, Enderall is easier. It's just easier to understand. Excuse the burp. It's Enderall is easier to understand. It's just a more casual game, all things considered. Yeah, definitely a step in the right direction, I think. Yeah, I don't know what companies do. I mean, I don't understand. Whatever. It's their money. Whatever. There's so many backdoor deals that it's very tricky to understand why things happen. Sometimes it's very clear cut, like what happened to Interplay 15 years ago. Other times it's not clear cut, and some companies just decide to go with weird. I don't understand. He assumes, Durance assumes everyone sees things the way he does. I don't know that he does that. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'm not saying you're wrong, The Dog Days. I just think that maybe... I see it, I think I know what you mean, and I think I agree, but I see it in a different perspective. So how I'd put it is, I think he doesn't realize... No, I think he doesn't care what other people think. He's just saying things because he wants to say things. And I think if you think about it like that, it puts into context why after a little bit, and it will happen right now, when we talk to him, he just decides, I don't want to talk anymore. He just doesn't talk. So it's very self-centered. It's very egotistical. And now let's try and see him in that... I'm going to try and see Durance in that light. And try to see him as an egotistical character, because that definitely would make... I think it would make him easier to understand. Oh yeah, definitely easier. Definitely early to judge Enderall. I can't tell about Enderall. I just was saying that it's an easier game to understand because it is much simpler. It's more fun on the sort of exploration, because you get this item and then you have... It's easier. It's in Ilex there's not as much stuff to do in the exploration. It's just there's not as much stuff. Whereas in Enderall you have crafting, and then you have healing, and then you have leveling up constantly, and just a bunch of other stuff that it's easier to understand. That's what I mean. Enderall is easier to understand. But I'm not judging the game because I haven't played enough, of course. Oh, Karaher. That's really easy, actually. How Piranha Bytes can make such a mediocre game. Well, it's very easy because they kind of lucked into how good their game was, and then they really didn't figure out what made their game good, and they lost a couple of people that were important, and it just, that's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, let's see what he says.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Magrin.
Magrin, yeah. I say Magrin, but... The spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer. I don't know where this bridge is. I think I think we go there eventually. But I think this is important. What do you mean shared their fates?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Magrin. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence. Within and without.
I know what he's trying to say. The shadows, I don't know what he means by that. But what he means is that before, they had a connection with Magrin, and then after she basically abandoned them, she stopped talking to them. That's all he's saying.
Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Magrin was pleased by what we had done.
This is so confusing. It's so confusing. Why is he saying that? This is never played upon by the game, I don't think. He doesn't believe that Magrin was pleased by the killing of Elthas. But she was the one that made it possible for you to kill him. Why was that?
The world is broken. The wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god.
He's just confused. That's why he's confusing. He's confused.
Crossing two gods. Even as Magrin shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Magrin's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Magrin's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal?
The wheel that he's referring to, and the broken wheel, it's all to do with the souls. Elthas is the god of cycles, and the wheel is what happens to the souls when people die and their souls go into the wheel and get reborn again. And Elthas was the god of that. And people think that by killing Elthas, they killed Waidwen, which was him, Elthas incarnate, apparently, according to Waidwen anyway. They think that by killing Waidwen, they killed Elthas and that broke everything, and that's why there's children being born without souls. And he's asking a question. Durance's voice takes an odd upturn for once, and it feels like he's generally asking a question. And I think this actually goes according to what I was saying before, that he might be just so self-absorbed, just so egotistical, so selfish, that he doesn't actually care what I think. And maybe this time, it's just, the thing is, he's actually very, very confused, and in doing this, he confuses us a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Durance understands that often people have different philosophies than his, but he believes that the word is like a painting, and anyone who isn't mad should be able to look at the painting and see what he's seeing. So if you don't see things this way, you're either a liar or insane. Yeah, that's what he said before. That's why he blames the soul masters, or animasters. The whole leveling system kind of ruined it for me. Oh, yeah, that's not the leveling system, Rainer. That is the level scaling system. Do I think Beyond Skyrim will succeed? Well, it has released already Burma, so it has succeeded. I don't think they'll do many more than that, but you know, it's very tricky to do. It's impossible. The entire continent, that's just absolutely impossible. Maybe in 50 years they would do that. That's a reasonable expectation. That is a reasonable expectation. Of course, 50 years of developing a game. Because Magron was actually talking to him before the Godhammer. That's what he was saying. His assumption is that they displeased her in some way. Yeah, that's what he's saying, but I don't think that's the case. I don't remember the game touching this. I remember the game talking about Magron and just explaining things about her, but I don't remember this bit. And he's just making stuff up. He's just, why did she talk? Why did she stop talking to him? That's what he's concerned about. Sky Oblivion when they're playable. Sky Oblivion might be an interesting thing to play. I don't think I will though for a let's play. It's interesting if I just am checking it out, but for a let's play, I don't think I will. There's too much. It's too dangerous to play games like that because I like finishing my let's plays. So if I find anything that doesn't work properly, it's just like it's a stab in my portfolio basically. Because I want my let's plays to be sort of stand on their own. They might not be the perfect ones, or they might not be complete, or no, complete in the sense of got all the quests done and or talk to everything, but still. The landscape is just near impossible to make a true better cities mod. Yeah, they would need to have games way bigger than they are. But that would change. They would need to change the gameplay as well a bunch. Just make everything more spaced out and allow you to fast travel in a way that just sort of like Fallout, where you could just go from one place to the other. Or sort of like Daggerfall. That's what they should do, really. What about Daggerfall Unity? Oh, I'm following that one. Daggerfall is playable. If they make Daggerfall Unity be less buggy than Daggerfall, I will play it on Daggerfall Unity. But I will do a let's play of Daggerfall eventually. Anyway, let's continue. He's asking about Elthas becoming immortal or dying, but he's just making stuff up.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees, wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Magron at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
And what happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long, gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried.
Yeah, because his name is not Durance. That's just the name he gave us.
Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Hor had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
You feel as if your god has betrayed you.
There is something about being used and cast aside.
That's, yeah, used and
Perhaps
cast aside.
Widwen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
What he's talking about, the purges here are killing Elthas followers. That's what happened after the war. We saw traces of that in Gilded Vale. Maybe the purges weren't what Magran wanted either. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is for once at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of his hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
I don't know what he's saying here. He glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
I think I just broke him a little bit. Tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. It was a place where we could choke Elthas in his footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall. A narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the deerwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Any weapon. I suspect Elthas knew that as well, and so did his vessel, in its arrogance. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the back of the deerwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
If I could theorize, I think we might... He basically might have lost... He keeps referring to shadows. There might have been another person behind him, or another soul behind him, and that's what's serving as a connection to the goddess. I don't know if that's the case, but... And he's just upset. Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger, made me re-examine the teachings of Magran, put them in a new light.
It looked as if they were only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor
See?
did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
And he breaks. That's his thing. He just doesn't want to talk anymore. The Trials of Durance. I need to continue to get to know Durance. Durance revealed to me that he was one of the engineers of the Godhammer bomb. There must be more to this than he isn't telling me, or at least not yet. Indeed. Indeed. But yeah. Skyrim's quests are linear as hell. Yes. Yes, but Oblivion's are as well. There's like 2 or 3 quests with options. Meh, maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe there's more, but the vast majority are not options. The Dog Days has the right of it, though. Yeah, thank you, Rainer. That's one of my intentions of this Let's Play, is to deconstruct. I say Let's Play series of streams. It's to deconstruct all of the things that I can as best I can here in the in regards to all the quests and all that sort of stuff, but also of course in regards to the companions. So we have constructed the last thing. We have the Western Barbican over there. So the Tower of Cat Nua stands high above the walls. Upgrading resting grants a perception bonus. Library, barracks, I have that already. Upgrading dungeons will allow you to take prisoners during your travels. I'm gonna go with that because I want prisoners, and they will show up every once in a while. And I think I didn't miss any in my Let's Play, but maybe I did. And I mean, I say I like prisoners. It's just an option. It's just, you are a terrible person. I shall imprison you. But anyway, that's gonna be that for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did a bunch of stuff, but mostly we just cleared one level of Odd Nua. That's interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be that for right now. I hope you guys have had a good time. My next stream is gonna be on Sunday, not on Saturday. It's gonna be on Sunday. It's gonna be again Battle Chasers, so not Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity is gonna be next Tuesday at the same time in the same place. So if you want to join me, or if you want to watch this stream or any stream that I've done or that I will do, you just need to go to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Colonel RPG Gaming, and at the bottom of that channel page there are playlists with all of the games that I play here on Twitch and on YouTube as well, because I did a couple of streams on YouTube. So that's gonna be that for right now. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I will watch that video, Jung, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye bye. Also freeze, because this. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, maybe it's not gonna freeze then. It seems that tonight we're not gonna have a freeze. Look at that. Perfect. So there we go. Oh, we did have a freeze, even though it shouldn't. Weird. Bye.